still do not like that intro music. It threw me off. Let's try it this way. Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Dix. With me tonight is the Bombay bad boy himself, Big Rig Nick Utam.
Glad to be here on this wonderful Thursday night, right before the Oscars. Remember, folks, we are going to have the drunken Oscar party happening Sunday, whenever the Oscars are on, so please join us. Also, there's going to be a lot of things we discuss tonight. A lot of things have happened in the last 24 hours. We're going to talk about it. Back to you,
folks,
Jeff.
This is going to be a big, packed show. We have all sorts of stuff to talk about and tell you about. And yes, Nick, I'm glad you brought up the Lampoon party. So while Kendo is introduced to the show, let me share this with everybody so we can know what's up. So folks, say hello to American Ramrod Coach Kendo Slice.
Happy to be here, Jeff. Not too happy with that music. That is definitely more. It sounded like an 80s vibe. I'm like, okay, it's kind of got like a weird 80s vibe, like an Enya type thing. But it's definitely not as like, Sex Nuts is that other one we got that like it's got the fucking powerful bass and everything that makes you just want to fucking go punch somebody. Yeah. This one makes me want to like read a book about women's feelings and not cry. So
I feel like the music would be played in like an infomercial for something really shitty at night, or like LeVar Burton on a new version of Reading Rainbow. Like, you see the butterfly coming, do 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 do. Yeah, so I'm not a fan either.
Yeah,
but do you think we should change it to the 6th anal Oscar Lampoon party? You think more people would click on it and be like, you spelled annual wrong? Well,
like, did we? Did we?
Hollywood is
mean, watching the Oscars is kind of like fucking getting something shoved up your ass. At least that's how I feel about it. Because even before I was compelled to do this for the show, I never really watched the Oscars because I never cared. Because I always just thought it was a bunch of celebrities, giving each other reach arounds. And since we've started watching this, it's been confirmed. It's just a bunch of celebrities giving each other verbal reach arounds. And
they don't even get to finish.
No. So
folks, that'll be this weekend.
We'll do this, but hey, at least now we know that when we do watch the Oscar party, that there'll be a couple of extra in memoriams added to it.
That's true. And we also, folks, have a brand new WCBs drinking game. So the usual drinking rules. Well, we're amping everything up for 2025, if you can't tell already. So let's get this off screen because you don't really want to hear about Hollywood right now. We have all sorts of things to talk about. But join us for the 6th annual Oscar Lampoon party where we dunk on Hollywood's biggest night. A lot of people think, oh, they're just watching the Oscars and praising Hollywood.
No.
I don't think you know what we do. Join us.
We would never, ever praise Hollywood. If you think that, you have not been here long enough.
Yeah. Are you? What is this? Your first day here?
Yeah.
I think you can even watch the toy videos and figure out we're not pro Hollywood. I mean,
no, man.
Make fun of them everything we can.
Good.
That's
give
true.
us something. Give us something that we will praise that part of Hollywood about, like that particular movie or that particular filmmaker or actor or whomever. We're not going to just be like, oh my God, Hollywood, Tinseltown. It is everything that I want to be in my life. No, we fucking hate it.
No, now, it's funny because they're trying to bring filmmaking back and they can't. They have like nobody wants to come back to film in Hollywood where like a water is like $18. Like nobody wants that.
Yes, we were live when Will Smith got slapped.
We were.
Didn't we have to get an Australian feed to see what happened though?
We
did.
It cut away and everything real quick, and we had to like figure out what the hell happened, and then we had to figure out whether or not it was a work or a shoot. And
it was a slap.
It was a slap to slap her around Hollywood.
Yeah, if I could press the button and not get a copy strike, I would. I got that video. Now, Kendo, you said something.
I was about to say, what if you play it upside down?
Oh, it's the music.
Oh,
because
okay,
it plays. It goes, "Here comes the men in black." Slap, slap.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Gotcha.
You know what I could do, Kendo? I got you singing the Men in Black to .com. I could make that all one thing. .com. I think
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Folks, help us recreate Aquarium Jeff. We'll be drinking. We'll be having fun. Help us forget the night. So that'll be.
Yeah, I mean, will one of us pass? 7? Will one of us pass out? Will there be a racial slur thrown? Find out Sunday.
Yeah, I might call Kendo the N-word. Who knows? That'll be the show.
And he can get away with it too, and we won't get.
Well, it was a good run we had, Jeff. Time ended.
Oh yeah, February's over. My shield's gone.
Yeah, there you go.
Dang. Oh no. Yes, it'll be broadcast live on YouTube. Our show will be. You can stream the Oscars for free. It's on
Yeah.
ABC, Hulu, Fubo,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. You know, you can
Yep.
stream anything. It's everywhere.
Fubu, Fupa, whatever the hell it's called. You can do it.
Yeah,
there.
Fupa's my favorite streaming service.
Yeah.
Hey, should we make a Fupa shirt that says Fupa and the Fubo logo?
Yes.
Yes, you should. I feel like Fupa is a VOD service that's ran by like Queen Latifah.
I was gonna make a lesbian joke, but you beat me to it.
Like
Well,
that's
in June.
like
yeah,
that's
save it for June.
yeah.
Do we still have
Fupa.
those themed months anymore? Like, didn't the government say you can't? Like, we don't celebrate? I don't know. I'm not paying attention. I never celebrated Pride Month in the first place.
Right.
Sorry,
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't change any of our logos on our social media to accommodate. We just don't. It's too much fucking work.
Yeah, we don't even care.
Yeah, we just
we'll
don't care.
change it for St. Patty's. We'll change it for St. Patrick's Day when everybody's Irish. There you go.
Yeah.
Because that's the diversity I'm about, man. If I want to wake up one day of the year and be Irish, I can be. Because I'm drinking my Guinness at breakfast. Now, Kendo, you had mentioned about good stuff. Folks, I have some good news. Something good has arrived. Woke Busters. Yes, it is all
Yeah, it's
There we
there.
go.
Yeah.
Here we
Let's
go.
give you the full screen. So we got the action cover, which is my favorite cover. Then we have the toy variant cover. Which has a
Speaking
very
of fupas.
special- Yeah, the Stay Woke Trigglypuff Man is a fupa, and it has a special background. And this one's cool too, folks, because it gives you the entire, it gives you a story outline. So it tells you each Wokebusters' personalities, their traits, about our headquarters, our car, the monster, and the gear, all on the back. But this is the most limited book. I also have the basic cover with the logo. They're here to save society from itself. And this is the most popular cover by a lot. The one where we killed the female Ghostbusters, apparently.
It's hilarious.
Now, folks, if you get a different edition than the toy version, you do get a cool back cover of the Wokebusters painting, a la Ghostbusters 2. So there we are with baby Stay Woke Trigglypuff Ma'am, the MacGuffin of the story. And as you can see, we're very studly, just like we are in real life. Look at Dion's shoulders. Look at Kendo. Look at him go. Urgh. But anyway, folks, that book is here. It's a nice fat book. It's got a spine with the logo and everything, or the text. So
It's got some girth to it.
Dude, this is a heavy ass book. I'm fulfilling it this weekend, folks, but I did a test run of the definitive edition, the big giant one, and it is giant. Like, the box is 12 by 18 by 3 inches deep and probably weighs about 8 to 9 pounds. So you're getting a lot of stuff from me. Like, when you back one of the projects, you get a lot, and you get this beautifully illustrated book. I don't want to spoil Wokebusters, but I'm excited. It's here. It's done. And I can't wait to hear what you guys think. So I'm going to start fulfillment this weekend, and, you know, the Wokebusters will return. It even says so in the back of the book.
Yeah.
But that's all we're going to say about Wokebusters.
I've already read it. So, folks, if you want to send me some blank personal checks, I will gladly tell you what happens in the story.
Yeah, put up your Venmo name there so people can start sending you stuff.
Yeah, start sending me money. I will text you exactly what happens.
By the way, folks, if you want to do that, that'll help Kendo. We should turn into a 1-900 number where you just, like, read them the story very slowly. Paige, what is the first word in this book?
Kendo trying to do
Making.
sexy.
There you go.
Yeah, we're Kendo trying to do sexy ASMR.
I can make it weird ASMR. Welcome. I could do it like that for Dion. You do Buffalo Jeff reads Wokebusters. Somebody in the chat says,
we could have a themed 900. Like, if you call between 7 or 8 o'clock, I'll do it like an Irish person. Like, oh, welcome to Wokebusters. And then I can just, do that, and we'll just go and have something good every time. It'd be great.
well, we can't take the black people out of your movies. Folks, that might be in the fucking book. I don't know. Anyway, somebody had mentioned, though, in the chat about a sequel. I actually came up with an idea for a sequel. Wokebusters was a lot of work, and I thought, I'm done. I'm moving on to Stealing Solo 2. We're going to close out that trilogy, and I'm going to move on to other stuff. But the other day, after I got a shipping notification, I got inspired. I was so excited. I'm like, wait, I actually got an idea for the story. So when you read this, tell me, and I will drop you one hint for the sequel, because everybody that gets the book, you're getting like a special pack-in card that tells you about the sequel, and it gives you a WCBS calendar of what the books are, and a little thank you note and some bonus shit that you don't even know you're getting. So yes, you can find out more about Wokebusters Go to Washington in the near future, but that's like 2027, so that's a long time away. But we have some awesome stuff to talk about from our listeners, like Sejorjan, who's been a member for 24 months. Missed last week's banter about In Living Color. Where else could you have a future Oscar winner sling Yo Mama jokes to the Yo Mama joke king, Al Bundy, while being moderated by the voice of Salem the cat? Dude, I forgot. Dude, the Yo Mama jokes were the best part of In Living Color. My favorite one was Your Mama's so fat she sat on a quarter and one of George Washington's boogers popped out. Yep. It's been like 30 years and I'm still talking about that one.
Such a good one. And I mean, In Living Color, the reason we have a halftime show for Super Bowl now is because of them. I'll always say that. Because they were smart enough, because when back in ye olden times, Super Bowl, the halftime was just, a band playing and doing formations into, funny shapes. And then In Living Color was like, oh, you're not going to watch that. Come watch us, a live episode for, 30 minutes or whatever. The ratings were through the roof.
Bill alone.
Yeah. The ratings were through the roof, and the NFL didn't like that, everybody went there to go watch their stuff and gave them viewership. So what did they do? They made a show.
And it's still great in Living Color.
Would you like to hear a funny story about a Fire Marshal Bill and me as a youth and getting a lot of dirty looks from older people at a youth convention thing that I was at with my grandparents?
Had you already received the baseball cards from the police?
Oh yeah. So this is we're talking about that was like the early 90s. This is like 95-ish or so. So we were part of a youth organization that was sponsored by like the adult organizations, and there was like the workshop thing. And for the workshop, the kids would write skits and everything like that to earn money and do fundraisers for the organization.
Mm-hmm.
And to pitch their fundraisers. So my cousin wrote one about fire safety. And it was about the importance of that. And the character's name was Fire Marshal Bill. I was tapped to do this. I did not read this as Fire Marshal Bill normal style. I read this as in Fire Marshal Bill from In Living Color. I can do this. So I went in and I did that skit and I was like, let me show you something. And I'm just like doing all this stuff. And I had a little lighter and everything. And I was lighting something on fire. And needless to say, 50% of the audience got it. They're like, that kid is doing Fire Marshal Bill from In Living Color. This is hilarious. The other half hated it. And
there you go.
Did not at all get it. And they were horrified that this 12-year-old child was acting like a maniac and screaming about, fire safety and trying to set things on fire and possibly going to maim everybody in the building. So needless to say, that was, and then I crossed it over by ending the skit by yelling about pork and beans, which was another Jim Carrey skit from In Living Color that is not as well known. And so that was great.
Yeah.
It should have been Tina, Buff and Bitchin'. Remember when he dressed up as the bodybuilder?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Before, what he did? He did that. He did it way before it was time. Way before it's time. Yeah.
You know what we should do one day is we should go do live streams where we'll watch In Living Color and we'll drink every time they do something you couldn't do today. We'll make it through about 3 episodes.
Yeah. We'd get 3 skits in, Jeff. Not 3 episodes, 3 skits in. That'd be about it.
Dude, Star Trek The Wrath of Farrakhan. That's one you can't do today. Everyone would be so offended. It's racist. Well,
dude, even Jamie Foxx's character where he curled his lip up and had his mustache and he was the ugly chick. Like, you couldn't do that either.
Yep. You should though.
You should
get Leslie Jones the player.
Yeah.
Sure. You really should. You really should. But man, yeah, it's criminal that In Living Color is not on a streaming service. Like, it really is criminal that it's not.
They just don't want to pay the licensing. But one day we will get high definition quality video of Jim Carrey sing Informer, because that is one of his best skits.
Oh no, I'm surprised they haven't done like a crowdfunding for it, because I mean they would make their money immediately.
God, we should contact them to write the book on In Living Color.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, or the book or the documentary or something, or at least like
let's do both. Let's do the book and the documentary.
A 6-part Hulu series or something.
It's like produced by world class bullshitters. It's like, what is that? And everyone like Google's like, oh shit, they're real.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean,
folks,
like,
we are real people. You can come find us at the Lexington Comic and Toy Show, and is that next weekend, Nick?
that is next. Yeah, that's next weekend. It's next weekend.
I'm glad I bought all this stuff. I am not prepared. I've been so busy with the stamp book. I gotta like. Actually, I don't have to do anything. I am ready. Fuck it. All right.
Yeah. 'Cause all the banners are pull-up banners. That's it.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to bring the beer. I'll bring the giant speaker, and I think we're okay.
You don't realize I didn't get a table. I bought an $800 booth.
Holy shit!
We are there as the comic business and WCBS together this time. We needed the space. So Nick, if we have electricity, I'll find that out. I think we should run a continuous video of the Ollie stuff so listeners can come hang out, and we'll do one live, folks. We'll narrate an Ollie's video together. And there's an Ollie's not too far from the con. If enough people show up, maybe we'll do a group trip. Maybe. Can't promise anything just yet, though.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, I'll bring my power strip, but I'll bring my screen, one of my computer screens as well, and we can just have it running the stuff. It shouldn't be a problem. Since
it's the Lexington Comic and Toy Show, they should just like let us project our toy videos on the side of the building. I think that'd be perfect, don't you?
I mean, you can do that without their permission, and it's fine. You just need a projector and a power. That's it.
I have a projector.
Yeah, and you can plug into the car thing, and
I bought it at Ollie's.
Yeah.
I know you're thinking, like, why would you ever buy a projector from Ollie's? They had those one-up arcade cabinets, like those officially branded ones, and they had them at Ollie's, and they were clearancing them out. I got it for like $130 for a 1080p projector, and it plugs into a video game cabinet. So I got a hell of a deal. Like,
nice. So then, yeah, we just have to sit on top of the car, and run it and run the video. It'll be fine.
Yeah, Phil's got a tall car. We can.
Yeah, it's like the guy who projected, I think, the Trump logo on a water tower. They couldn't do anything to him because it wasn't vandalism. Like, it really wasn't.
It's light.
He was just using his projector because he had a really nice 4K one. He was projecting it across the street on the water tower, and people got mad. He's like, what can you do? It's funny because the cops kept putting more lights there to drown it out, but his projector was just too nice and too good and too clear. They couldn't do anything about it.
We should do that with the Batman logo and see if anybody complains. Like every night at 10 o'clock, the Bat logo shines. Like, where is it coming from?
That may work. That'll be funny.
By the way, folks, I am very aware of the DC comic toy situation. For anyone out there that watches and is a big collector like I am, you know that Todd McFarlane lost the license to DC Toys, which is a big deal if you're a collector like I am. So I'm going to talk about that in a video tomorrow. But do not worry, folks. We will be there. Make sure you check out our video on the Hasbro sales that have plummeted. We have stock report numbers. And be on the lookout for other Ollie's toy videos. I'm doing the road trip. I'm committing. I'm doing every Ollie's in America. I've been to a lot of them. I'll go to all of them. There are 99. I already have a plan. So... join us in the future for those.
Are they mostly on the East Coast?
No, they're mostly near me.
Okay.
I'm in Ollie's Alley, where I can go north or south, and there's just going to be dozens in each direction. So I'm set. No more tornadoes, just Ollie's.
Yeah. You could do 2 Ollie's an episode. Let me get 30 minutes long or 24 minutes long or whatever, and just do 2 an episode and see what you find. And it'll probably be the same shit everywhere.
Yeah. By the way, folks, we still got those Shuri-copters. I never touched them again.
Yeah, if you come by the Lexington Toy and Comic Expo, Jeff will sign one and give it to you.
And I do mean give.
Yeah. You don't have to buy it; just ask for it. And it's more if you come soon enough when the 4 he's got are left over or whatever.
There are 3. There are three. Get there quickly. I'm not even. Look, I opened one up, and the projectile's still on my floor over there. I never picked it up. I was like, "Fuck this thing."
Yeah.
It's by my hamper.
You just have to show up and ask for it, and he'll sign it and give it to you.
Yeah, I got a Sharpie right here, folks.
Yeah. So there's no buying. Don't worry, we're not going to do that to you.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of guy. Hey, buy your way into this convention and then buy this crappy toy. No, save your money for good stuff. Like Wokebusters. But Sejorjan, thank you very much for all the generous support. Sejorjan sends, on that note, instead of the word of the day, I wonder if the chat can make Yo Mama jokes instead. We missed having an Amazon redoes James Bond film titles last week. They, them with the golden gun.
Oh my God. Those were so much fun. They were good. You guys came through. It was great.
All right. So we want Yo Mama jokes. My favorite ever, mama joke from the Dirty Dozens was, "Your mama's so stanky she gets sourdough yeast infections."
Oh,
12-year-old me got in trouble for that one quite a bit at school. Let's see, your mama's so fat her blood type is ragu. Your mama's so fat her belt size is equator.
your mama is so ugly her portraits hang themselves.
Yeah, your mama's so skinny she swallowed a marble and everybody thought she was pregnant.
Your mama's so fat she went out on high heels and struck oil.
Yeah, your mama's so fat she stepped on a dollar bill and made 4 quarters.
Your mama's so ugly your dad takes her to work with him every day so he doesn't have to kiss her goodbye.
Let's see, your mama's so skinny she could hula hoop with a Cheerio.
Your mama's so fat when she walked out on the pier, people tried to board her.
Shit, I'm trying to remember some of the better ones. It's been
Your
a
mama's
long
so
time.
It has
Your
been,
mama's
a
so
long
fat.
time.
Your mama's so fat Dracula bit her and got diabetes. Oh, I like this one. Your mama is like the sun, big, round, and hard to look at. That's just mean.
Yes, the Dirty Dozens, that Jamie Foxx's coming out party in the world of comedy.
Yeah. Back when that stuff was funny. I mean, it's still funny, but back when you could say those things and people laughed and didn't really give two shits.
People have changed though. Like over the last couple months, like the sentiment towards, I don't think people are meaner. What I think is people are tired of the eggshells. They're walking around. I can't say this, and people are just done with it. And we talked about the pendulum shift. I do think once one movie has the balls to make some really good comedy, we're going to get a great deluge, and it's going to be like years pent up because everybody loves a good comedy. And
we need a good like raunchy comedy. We need a good college like freshman raunchy comedy. Like we need one of those. That's what we need. Or spring break kind of thing.
What you need is your mama's so fat when she skips a meal, the stock market drops.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Your mama's so fat China uses her to block the internet.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I love the internet.
Man, you guys are great.
So folks, please keep sending your mama jokes. We will read the best ones on air. By the way, Samoan, what does BMS stand for? What is your favorite season of BMS? What show is that? Is that Black Medical School? No, like honestly, it's not Batman the Animated Series. Could you tell me, Samoan?
Oh, Blue Mountain State. Blue Mountain State.
Oh, Blue Mountain State. I don't have a favorite season. Do you?
No, I've never watched it, but I think I need to.
Yes, I now know I definitely need to because of what we talked about before the show.
Can we start this campaign in the chat for gay dinosaurs in Jurassic Park? Like, what do you think? How do you think people would react to that? It's like, you got to have gay dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Or else it's bigoted.
No. Somebody needs to go to petition.com, whatever the heck that petition.org, whatever that site was, and go make that a petition right now. Please go do that.
Instead of being attacked by 2 velociraptors, they just end up banging each other gay style as a dinosaur would, and kids are able to get away.
Yeah, go to petition.org and make that petition. It's like, I will boycott the new Jurassic Park because there are no gay dinosaurs in it.
Yeah, why is there no diversity amongst the dinosaurs?
Yeah,
like, there's got to be a trans dinosaur.
Please, yeah, because they're genetically engineered. They can do it, so please go do that. Jeff, if somebody does it, should we retweet it?
I mean, I'm in the middle of doing it right now. Look, I'm on the website. I really am on the website.
I'm sure you are.
Talk about Gene Hackman.
I'm sure you are.
I'm a man of my word. Okay, we're world class. If you bring up something, it's funny. We're gonna do it. See, here we go. 8th grade changes school calendar. Gets call from mayor. See, change.org makes shit happen, folks. We are about 5 months. I don't know. We're 5 months away from Jurassic Park 9. If we really push hard, we could get gay dinosaurs. Jurassic Park. What do you do? Like the ones with feathers, are they rainbow feathers?
Yes. They will CG rainbow feathers on them in the last minute.
Oh wait,
look at Haji and Indy to do it.
There you go.
Speaking of Haji, I've been watching Johnny Quest like crazy.
Oh my god, miss that cartoon. Miss that cartoon.
Sim Salabim.
Yep. Every episode he says that. Thank you, Clone Geek, for checking that one out. Gunner says, I believe in Joe Hendry. Well, Gunner, when you have faith in something, it sometimes pays off here on the channel.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I do. I think Joe Hendry is going to be DLC in the new video game, and he will be on the main roster by 2026.
I swear, every time I see that little clip, it makes me think that he's an evangelist. He's one of those like youth Christian
He's been
guys.
to London and Paris and Tokyo.
Sure, why not?
Dude, hey, when his music hit at the Royal Rumble, and people went nuts.
No, it's very catchy.
I did too. I threw my hands up from side to side and said, I believe in Joe Hendry.
I almost never mark out anymore for wrestling. I marked out at that moment. I'm like, yeah, Joe Hendry.
Folks, we will be getting to Gene Hackman discussions as well as Michelle Trachtenberg discussions in a moment. Thank you for everybody. Could you hit that thumbs up button? It would help us out. It helps us become more searchable, and it makes the party better here on WCBS. That's what we are. We're a party. We're not like a private party. Wasn't that a wrestling group, Private Party, isn't it? Like Christopher Daniels.
I think so,
I like Christopher Daniels, but not Private Party. Anyway.
Make sure and also share the link. We don't care if you have 1 follower or 1,000 followers. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, if you have like 5.7 million followers, it would really help us if you shared the link.
It'd really help out.
But anyway, Shribbles08, here's your button.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
It's Mr. Flatnut to you.
Lovely.
I agree. We will be talking about wrestling tonight, folks, because at the end of the show, because it's Elimination Chamber, and we'll give you our predictions, and we'll talk about WrestleMania and all of that wonderful stuff. So I was reading the chat. I see you guys out there. Don't worry. We'll get to that discussion. No Logan Paul, please. Anyway, Swift-1, thank you very much for your super chat. What Hackman films have you seen in theaters? I saw Superman, Young Frankenstein, Birdcage, Bonnie and Clyde. Ooh. Well, that is an excellent question. Let me look that up. Folks, we're going to start talking about Gene Hackman. That is the perfect transition. Let me look up his films and see what... I don't know if I've ever seen a Gene Hackman movie in theaters. Let me look.
I would have to look. I'm more familiar with his work as Lex Luger when he was a wrestler, but that's,
he did amazing in that role. It was quite convincing.
I watched it a couple weeks ago. He's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I remember him in The Replacements with Keanu Reeves.
That was a good one. That was a fantastic one. I'm trying to think.
I can say that I've never seen one in theaters, but I've seen a lot of these movies, though.
Enemy of the State, I've seen in theaters. I remember watching that.
That's a good one. We rented that one first. I used to like Will Smith. So
yeah, when Will Smith was like the king of like the tentpole, July movie.
He was cool for like about a decade. Will Smith was pretty cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh man, there was French Connection. Fucking love.
That's a great movie.
Fucking good movie. Jeez.
Never saw the sequel though.
No, I'm not gonna ruin it like that. That's terrible.
The Royal Tenenbaums. I remember that one too.
Yes. Yeah. I never saw, but he was in Mooseport.
You know what? I take that back. No, hold on.
Crimson Tide.
I might have seen Absolute Power at a drive-in back in the 90s, but that wouldn't have worked out because Men in Black was the first movie, and they wouldn't show you a movie that's like 8 months old at a drive-in as a double feature. So
yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen a Gene Hackman movie in theaters. But let's start talking about Gene Hackman. So Gene Hackman passed away. He was 95 years old. And everyone was mourning the loss of this great actor, and rightly so. But one thing everyone's been talking about is the strangeness of his death, because not only did Gene Hackman die, but his 63-year-old wife passed away and their dog. And now, Kendo, you said that it's been changed from like natural causes to suspicious. Is that what you were reading in the news? Kendo stepped away for a second, Nick. We'll keep talking. But, Nick, what were your initial thoughts when you saw that Gene Hackman passed away?
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where, he's a pretty old guy, so I kind of expected it, but then when you saw it was like him and his wife together at the same time, like, that's odd. Were they in a car accident or something? And then the initial thing was like natural causes. I'm like, okay, sure, maybe. And now even now I'm looking at it on Google. It says suspicious enough for investigation. So
I've heard the word mummified dropped a couple of times, which it kind of blows me away. Like, I need to find out more about this, because if him and his wife had been dead for that long, like, what's the whole story? Now, I know a lot of people are trying to just get to the bottom of this, but it is kind of weird, because RJ, you're not the only person I've heard use the phrase mummified today. Somebody mentioned that this morning. So it's kind of crazy. But you're right, though, Nick. I mean, he did pass away at 95. He just has a great tenure. And I'm looking up the mummification thing. People Magazine, Yahoo, New York Post, Daily Beast, and Us Weekly have all talked about the mummification.
Yeah, it's weird.
So let's see. New clues so we have new clues in mummified Gene Hackman death mystery deepens. Police have deemed the death of legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife suspicious after searching their New Mexico mansion. Among the details that caught their eye, the front door was left ajar, the couple's bodies lay on the floor in separate rooms, and an open pill bottle was discovered with pills scattered across the floor near Hackman's wife. Police added there were no obvious signs of a gas leak, discrediting a theory that has spread online. That's not all. According to a search warrant obtained by TMZ that added another level of mystery to the death, the couple whose bodies were discovered Wednesday afternoon but were not positively identified until the following morning. Hackman, 95, and Betsy Arakawa, 64, were found after a neighbor requested a welfare check. Police wrote that the deaths were suspicious enough in nature to require a thorough search and investigation. Upon arrival, authorities found a dog running loose on the property. Another family came sitting near Arakawa's body and found another dead pet in a closet. Hackman's body, which was fully clothed, was reportedly found on the ground in a room near the kitchen. His sunglasses were also on the ground nearby, leading police to speculate that he may have fallen. Police said they found a space heater near Arakawa's head on the bathroom floor. They have been married for 34 years, and he retired in 2004 and has been living in Santa Fe since there. Now, the authorities have not released the cause of death, but Hackman's daughter, Elizabeth, told TMZ she feared carbon monoxide poisoning was to blame for both deaths. A spokeswoman for the Santa Fe sheriff told ABC News that foul play was not expected, but she did not respond to an email for comment. So this is getting, I mean, there's just more to me than meets the eye, but the mummification stuff is kind of blowing me away. What did you think about that?
Yeah, because that's strange. I've heard that they've been dead since like the 1st of January, and they just found them there like that. And that's how they're mummified, because they've just been there for so long. But it's weird, because I mean, didn't somebody post pictures of him like pumping gas like in January or something?
I
do not recall.
I don't know. It's all very odd. It's all very odd. And I mean, like we said, they're like, he's very old. She's in her 60s. So, I don't know what happened. I mean, both of them being dead in the house like that does it would, a gas leak would make the most sense. But once again,
the police have ruled that one out. But
yeah, so they ruled it out. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a pathologist. I don't know what's going on. So I mean, it could be anything. I mean, Santa Fe, that's nowhere near the fires, so I don't know. It's just odd.
Chuck E. Cheese, I didn't know he was Egyptian either, so it's funny.
Yeah.
Do you think if Gene Hackman was still acting and he played like, what was it, like, well, not King Tut, he was the Boy King, but like one of those kings, do you think there would have been pushback, or is he that talented an actor that nobody would have cared?
No, people would have cared. It's 2025. They would have cared.
Yeah, I know. If they're making it now, yes, somebody's gonna lose their mind over it. But if they made it 20 years ago, nobody would care. But it's a very, very strange way for him to go out.
It is. Now, let's see. Anything else we want to talk about Gene Hackman? I'm reading the chat right now, seeing maybe everyone's talking about their favorite Hackman movies. Everyone's talking about how they feel about Gene Hackman. But I'm just curious to know what actually happened. It's one of those situations where at first you're like, oh, he was 95, and then it's, oh, his wife died. Well, that's not uncommon. And then it's all these factors. So personally, I'm just interested to know what happened, because
it's a really weird story that we kind of want to know exactly what happened, because there's that. And we also want to know particularly when it happened, because if it happened before January 1st, Jeff, Dion scores no points. So there you go, folks. If this one is confirmed to have happened sometime since the stroke of midnight of 2025, Dion will be the first person with points on the board in the Celebrity Deadpool for World Class Bullshitters, because he had the Gene Hackman. So
yeah,
if I haven't officially put the points on the board for him yet, because there's a lot of balls up in the air. And once I read that he was partially mummified, I'm like, he'd been there a while. How, it takes a while for that to happen. So let's see when we get a TOD on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to be following this one personally, not even for Dion's points. I have to know, because I'm hoping that they don't find out, like, it'll probably be something natural, but I'd hate for, like, somebody to have done something to him and they just thought they were just old people. What a terrible way to go out,
I mean, I wouldn't put it past anybody in California. Things are terrible there all around,
He's in New Mexico.
Still, it's close
Santa Fe, New Mexico, Nick. Do we need to get you a map for your birthday?
Yeah,
Yes.
Probably. I've forgotten where everything is, even my keys. Where are they?
Well, Michigan's here on this. This is the Michigan map. And then honestly, in Michigan, when you met people, I met this girl. She's like, I'm from Livonia. And she holds up her hand and points to here. And then another girl that I met, she goes, I'm from so-and-so. And she just holds up her hand and points to, I'm like, what the fuck are you people doing? Like, that's what they do in Michigan. They literally hold up their hand and say, I live here. I'm like, all right, I'm in Ohio, down here.
And if they're from the UP, they use both hands. They hold up the hand and then they add the Upper Peninsula to it.
Honestly, if they're from the UP, I don't even talk to them, because those people are the worst. They're like listening to the Wisconsiners. Oh yeah, well those are Minneapolis, Minnesotans. That's what it is. Sorry, I like everybody, but that's a part of the country.
Yeah, apparently I'm not the only one who needs a map.
if you're not happy with the Upers, that's okay. You and Jeff share some company.
I just lived in Michigan, so I have a reason why. My first college roommate was actually my only roommate, because he was that bad of a roommate. He was a Uper, and he used to he would pee his pants and hide his soiled underwear in the dorm room. And one time my grandma came to visit and she found him. She goes, what is this? And I was like, those aren't mine, because I didn't wear tighty whities.
That is disgusting.
That is why I don't like Upers. So, guys, anything else you'd like to say about Gene Hackman? Because we're about to get a brand new Lex Luthor. We're about to see the next evolution of Superman. And now this version has passed and moved on. So R.I.P. to Gene Hackman, one of the best actors of that era. I mean, anytime you saw his name in a movie, you're like, well, it's going to be a good performance. Because he was, what else is there to say? The dude was really good.
Yeah, he was. He was really good. Yeah.
You ever see The Conversation? That movie was awesome.
I know that's on the list. I have that. I need to watch that.
Dude, Harrison Ford's in that movie as a younger guy, and they liked him so much that they kept adding scenes for him.
That's
Seriously.
awesome.
How many of the actors are still alive? Real quick, I'm going to look this up before we talk about an actor that really surprised me when she passed away, Michelle Trachtenberg. That one was just like, oof.
I mean, of the main cast, they're all gone, right? Christopher Reeve, Lois, I can't remember her name.
Miss Tessmacher is still alive if you count her.
Okay, yeah, Gene Hackman's now gone. Ned Beatty's been dead for a few years.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much everybody from Superman, the original one, has passed away, except I think Terrence Stamp is alive, Jimmy Olsen is still alive, and isn't Ursa still alive? Yeah, Ursa's still alive. Not non. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. Look at Star Wars. Who's left from Star Wars? Han Solo, C-3PO, Wedge. Like, there are a lot of Star Wars people alive, like Billy D. Williams, but we're getting to that point where, these movies are almost 50 years ago. Like, it really...
Yeah.
It's weird to say, because I remember being a kid, like, man, 20 years ago, that's forever. And now I'm like, I remember 2005. But
yeah, it was a better time.
It really was a good time. PS2, when the PS2 was king of the game consoles, life was good. But that's a topic for another time. So let's see. Margot Kidder, Margot Kidder, when did she pass away? A long time ago, right?
About 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's a longish time. Now, let's talk about Michelle Trachtenberg. I didn't realize that Harriet the Spy was sick at all.
No idea.
Like a lot of people, though, I watched her in a bunch of stuff as a kid, and then as my taste evolved and changed, she just never appeared in anything I like. I honestly hadn't seen her act in anything new since Euro Trip, which was 21 years ago, a movie Old Enough to Drink.
Yeah, we've done that as a drunk commentary, so everybody wants to hear us talk about that. It is on our Patreon.
And if you remember, you can watch it. You actually get to watch it, so there you go.
Yep.
But this, I guess a lot of us were just surprised because she's so close to our age. And it was just a shocker, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
it's
what did you think?
Yeah, no, it was out of nowhere. Like I just got, I was on Twitter, I think, or somewhere. I saw it somewhere, and it was just an alert. I was like, "What? She died?" I was like, "What happened?" And so far, I think the family has denied autopsy and things like that, so we don't know what it is. But I think people say that she was sick or something. So,
according to Grok, that she had recently undergone a liver transplant and was reported to have been struggling with health issues post the transplant. So it's like something terrible. Like that. I'm assuming.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's sad. You can have Gene Hackman live to be 95, her to be 39. It's still sad in some degree.
And somehow Rosie O'Donnell's still mooing along.
Yeah,
there is no justice in this world.
It's true.
Oh, I forgot she was in the Inspector Gadget movie. She played Penny.
Yep, she was Penny. She was also in the 2006 remake of Black Christmas.
Your favorite movie, right?
2006 is fine. The 2019 one, I'll throw in the fire. I'll throw that one in the fire. Yeah, she's been in a lot of things. I mean, obviously Euro Trip, the show Weeds.
I used to watch it with Hillary.
Yeah, that show was good for a bit. I mean, very much Buffy. She was in that show. Harriet the Spy as a young kid. She did that movie.
The best thing she was in, though, for me, was The Adventures of Pete and Pete. That was my show as a kid.
Yes,
she was Nona Mecklenburg.
Yep.
Well,
so
R.I.P. to Michelle Trachtenberg. I mean, Nickelodeon kids we're getting time, man. Nickelodeon kids, old actors, everybody goes. It always sucks, though, because you're always just like, oh, man. I think more people are like, wow, we're getting closer to that versus, oh, man, my favorite actor died. That's what I've been reading a lot online. People are just very shocked that she passed away at that age.
Yeah, because like Gene Hackman at 90. That's that's expected. Like it's almost like, oh, did you wake up this morning? Like that's how it is when you get to be that age. It's like, hopefully wake up this morning. Like that's just how it is. For her, it's like it shouldn't have been that way. But I guess with a medical complication like that, it was it unfortunately happened. Yeah, it's terrible.
Well, yeah, folks, check out some of your favorite Nickelodeon stuff from when you were a kid. I mean, I kind of watch Pete and Pete as often as I can. I listen to the theme song at least 4 times a year.
I really,
it's a good song, man.
I really hope at some point in our lives they will put that on physical media. I really pray to God about that. It's like
so they did, but
no. I'm aware of the story.
Season, but the 3rd season sits in a warehouse. They printed all the discs and lost the license. So somewhere there is a pallet full of Pete and Pete season 3 DVDs.
So it's so stupid. It's like they like just pay the band and make the money because they like Viacom or whoever owns this stuff now, or Paramount, whoever, they're gonna make it back. It's gonna happen. We're all gonna buy them off Amazon and have them shipped to us immediately. I
can't imagine Polaris is a very expensive band.
Exactly. Exactly. What, you got to pay him $1 million, maybe $5 million? That's fine. You can afford that. It's okay.
I bet you we could pool our resources and buy the license to that song right now. I get. Like,
you're probably right.
So much of that old Nickelodeon stuff was produced by nothing companies.
Mm-hmm.
I get it that Nickelodeon and Viacom and stuff have the rights to most of their stuff, but there are certain shows that debuted on Nickelodeon that don't exist elsewhere that you could probably buy the rights to and pull it back. That's what we should do. We should buy cheap rights and take them from streaming services and try to negotiate better deals for ourselves. It's like, hey, we bought.
That's actually a smart idea.
No.
Castle.
Well, all you do then is like you start making videos about those. You start making videos about those shows, and then you probably make it more and more active in the lexicon. And people are like, well, where did that show go? I want to watch it on streaming. And once the demand goes up, then you sell to Netflix or Hulu or the highest bidder, whoever wants it. So that's it.
That is actually a way we could manipulate the market. Like our Lex Luthor style plan is to do that. It's a long game, but then all of a sudden people are nostalgic for like season 6 of Invader Zim or something, and we're like, yes.
There was I think a Norwegian show that did that. They targeted their audience and they wanted to get a higher ranking on Netflix so they could get into season 2. So they started advertising and pumping up advertising with their trailer towards those people, and they kind of manipulated their market that way so they could get season 2.
It worked.
I mean, as long as like those numbers keep going up and those VOD platforms are happy, they don't care. Then it's like whatever, it's fine. We're making the money. It's like all right, cool. So.
Hey, Kendo, real quick, before you read any of the chat, this is from the new Shrek movie, which I don't think we care about. Do you know who plays Shrek's daughter?
Let's see. So Shrek is Mike Myers, right?
Yes.
Cameron Diaz is Fiona, if I remember correctly. So 2 white people. So we got to get a Blick or a tranny. Am I allowed to say that?
It's 2025. It's a new morning in America. So yeah, sure.
Okay. So okay. How about this? Who is probably the most unlikable person that could be doing that is playing Shrek's daughter? Shit. I don't know. What's your fucking nuts? The fat bitch from Ghostbusters. Melissa McCarthy.
It's your favorite actress, Zendaya.
Oh, my other guess was Jenna Ortega, both racially.
Oh, that would have been
other white meat, Jenna Ortega. Nice.
Yeah, that would have been a good choice.
Yeah, one of 3 racially ambiguous women in Hollywood right now.
Oh, so it's Zenyatta.
Zenyatta the pinata.
Zenyatta.
Great.
I know
I
a lot
wasn't
of
gonna
people,
watch it anyway, but all right.
Nor was I, because I read comments and people always like to deflect criticism. It's a kid's thing. That's fine. But Shrek also came out when we were in grade school. Well, at least I was in grade school still.
Yeah.
So this is meant to like appeal to people my age that would have kids and the kids. I thought Shrek was done in like what, 08, 09? And now they're bringing it back. Whatever. And there's a new Ice Age coming out. I was not of the age for a lot of these sequels or later movies. I just thought they all disappeared and went to home video. Like I knew there were 4 Shreks because I saw the 4th one in theaters with Joel as a joke, and that was pretty funny. But I think Shrek dies after the first one. Like I don't like Shrek 2 or 3.
No, because like I remember when the first Shrek came out, I saw it in theaters, and to say that it was geared towards kids, I think it was geared towards whoever saw it because there's plenty of jokes in there that older people would get. So, like, if you were there with your kid, you would get some of the jokes because I think it was definitely a little bit higher brow humor than just, aimed for children. But with that said, that was, I saw it in theaters when it came out. What is that? We're talking 25, 26 years ago at this point.
01, I think Shrek is.
So 24 years ago. Just that Shrek is Love thing you had me watch at one time.
I tricked you.
And, that was I remember watching the first Shrek and be like, this is a fun movie. I really like this. I remember watching Shrek 2 and being like, okay, this is not bad. I remember seeing the third Shrek just because I'm like, I already saw the first 2, in for a penny, in for a pound, and being like, this isn't that good. And then the 4th one came out. I'm like, why is there a 4th one? I'm not even watching this. And yeah, that's the Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life thing. It's like, hey, you got to watch this. And I watched it. Who would make this? Who would be like, I got a great idea for something funny to make.
Dude,
I'm going to spend my time making this Shrek is Love video.
The fact that he, sodomizes a guy and flies out the window kills me every time.
I know. Well, there's even Charlie the Unicorn. There's that. Somebody made that.
Yeah, the Candy Mountain one. That's funny though. Like, They
Some people
trick
find this funny.
They trick.
I find this funny over Charlie the Unicorn.
Yeah, they trick him into going to Candy Mountain for whatever, and they just cut out his kidneys. Okay, that's bizarre shit, but it's also got some humor to it. I'm just the Shrek is love one. I'm just like, I don't get what the hell is happening here,
dude. It's the equivalent of like the head in the toilet that kids love now.
Toilet?
Yeah, it's the
That's a
equivalent of that.
Snapchat filter now.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is.
Yeah.
I don't use Snapchat, so I wouldn't know. I get Snapchats. I get Snapchats from Loudy all the time, and I never look at them because I'm like, I don't use Snapchat. Loudy, you got my phone number. Just text me.
He wants to show you pictures of butt stuff that have nothing to do with anybody involved. So
he could still text me the picture. It's like,
is
dude,
it the same?
We have each other's phone numbers. It'd be like if Dion, when he sends me Snapchats, I'm like, dude, you have my phone number. You can call me anytime you want.
You gotta open Dion's snaps because he's drunk or fucked up, and he's like,
"Oh,
hey,
100%." He's
bull.
always.
Like, I usually do like 3 months later when I'm tired of getting the notifications to my email and text messages about you've got unviewed snaps. I'll go and look, and I'll look at them, and I'll look at Loudy's, and I'll look at Dion's, and then I won't touch Snapchat again for like 3 months.
It was fine, yeah, but usually when Dion sends them, he's like very, very drunk, and it's hilarious.
Best drunk Dion snap was. He showed us a Snapchat, and he goes, "That is moments of my life I will never get back." He did not remember any of this shit in the snap
because he blacked out and like went to go eat breakfast and didn't remember it.
Yeah, he was looking for some white ladies at night.
Yeah, he just happened. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh my god, are you allowed to show that on the screen?
Well, Jeff Bezos' penis rocket is on screen, folks. So I'm sorry.
He has not updated his designs at all.
Well, it's kind of perfect that he hasn't updated the design because Blue Origin, the name of this company, has announced that the crew for its next space mission, the New Shepard NS-131, is set for launch this spring, but it includes an all-female crew with such notable figures as Katy Perry and journalist Gayle King. So when I saw this morning, I laughed because I thought of two things.
They couldn't get Joy Reid. She's kind of looking for work right now.
Hey, it's not too late. Maybe they'll just fill them up with people we don't really care about anymore, and this thing will just accidentally crash land on.
No Hillary Clinton or Kamala Harris.
No, because they're so bad that they would kill the Van Allen radiation belts and destroy the planet. So to keep us safe, we're just going to keep them here.
They're lizard people, and they don't want them going back home yet. That's what it is.
Folks, we are going to check in with you in just a second. I meant to, and then I saw the penis rocket, and I couldn't stop laughing. But I thought of either the submarine that exploded last year or the terrible, was it Krista McAuliffe or was it Sally Ride that exploded?
That was Krista McAuliffe. That was the first time a teacher ever got launched into space. That's why that joke, if you've ever watched the Beavis and Butthead episode, where they take the firecracker and they knock the rocket over in class, and they're like, that's the first time a teacher was launched into space. As a kid, I thought they were just making a joke about blowing up teachers. As an adult, I'm like, that was a fucking Challenger joke.
I find this such a weird thing. It's like, why are we sending Katy Perry to space? What does she?
Because she's a firework, dude.
Oh, okay. I guess it makes sense.
She's going to blow up and let her colors burst.
I swear to God, if anything terrible happens, you know people.
That's going to be the meme.
And I'm going to laugh.
Katy Perry's entire legacy will be boiled down to a lyric from one song from almost 20 years ago and just memed into oblivion.
It's true. I'm waiting, even though I wish everyone well.
I would feel terrible when that happens, but then I'll just start like refreshing Twitter like really quick and be like, well, that didn't take long. All right.
Hey, Nick, I think we should do a live stream of the launch on was it Spaces on Twitter? And it's like, all right, we're waiting. Oh, good, they made it safe. Hey, Nick, anyway, let's talk about golf or something.
Listen, I'm down to talk about space stuff. I'm fine with that if you want to do a live stream of if this blows up or not.
We should just get really messed up and talk about science and weird shit one night really late and just see what happens on the show.
I'm down with that.
Actually, what we'll do is we'll pre-record it in case we go off on tangents or say something we regret. RJ,
good.
That is a dark joke that I love. No, I wanted to bring this up to you guys because we always have these moments of, hey, this celebrity is going to go do something really important, and we all roll our eyes. It's like, you are famous for being a singer. Like, this lady going up is like when Lance Bass went into space. Nothing of value was changed. It's like, all right.
Well, no.
well,
He never made it. He never made it.
Lance Bastronaut didn't make it to space?
No, because he needed like $20 million
It wasn't 2024 or 2023 where we needed gay astronaut representation. They tried launching him during the height of NSYNC when he was still in the closet. They're like, just another white guy in space. We've seen this one.
Yeah. Because he was supposed to go into space, but they needed they did it through Russia because I think the shuttle was not the shuttle was not in use anymore. Like we had the last one went up and like we didn't have anything, and so he had to go to Russia to Mir and do it over there, I think. And they needed $20 million, and he's trying to get the money to clear, and like it never cleared. And so he
did not sell enough CDs.
Yeah, he didn't sell enough CDs, but no, I remember that being the thing because I remember that was the whole big thing about him going to space, and like then it was like, oh, he needs $20 million of U.S. money to pay them for the whole trip to go down, and then like couldn't get the money, and then like and Russia was like, all right, fuck off back to America. You can't pay us, get the hell out.
No. I'm reading the chat too, people giving suggestions for who to send into space. They sent William Shatner. I thought that was awesome, but then Jeff Bezos ruined it when he came down with his fucking champagne spray. Like, yeah, we did it. And William Shatner's trying to have like this moment. I'm like, all right. I think you should send up Harrison Ford. Let him fly the ship. He's got this, dude. Yahoo!
Like we've seen you fly the Millennium Falcon. It's kind of sort of like that. So
come on, Chewie, let's go.
He declines because Chewbacca died. Like Chewbacca died 5 years ago. I can't fly anymore. Oh, that's dark.
You can't fly without Peter Mayhew. It's not going to work.
Oh my god.
It really doesn't work without Peter Mayhew.
But yeah, I know Blue Origin had like a technical issue a long time ago. That's why I haven't heard from them in a while because I think. Like I forget what happened, but there was nobody in it. They were doing a test, but it had like a technical issue where I think it exploded or something happened, and they had to like abort mission. So it was not good. So then it took them a while to get back to this. But I love how this is going to be their new thing. It's like, oh yeah, but I also love how Musk beat them because he put like a bunch of scientists in space to go around the Earth at like the really high orbit for I think 4 days and give them a bunch of equipment to like test and things and like. Did way better than Bezos ever did.
Yeah, but Jeff Bezos is just a rich billionaire, and he's rich because he invented a storefront.
Yeah.
And then when you're in business, after a certain point, you just hire people to do the shit. It's not like he built he didn't turn Amazon into like the app and everything that everybody uses by himself. He didn't like just do that. No, Amazon's been around for a long time.
No, of course it didn't.
And I'm no Elon Musk acolyte, but like he's smarter than Jeff Bezos, so I'm not surprised. Because I look at Jeff Bezos as like Richard Branson. You're rich, but kind of a fuck. Elon Musk at least is like a rich smart fuck. Like there's like something of value he adds besides being rich. He's at least funny to watch.
Yeah, he's at least entertaining.
Dude, our local police force, by the way, they're getting nothing but Tesla trucks.
Really?
The fucking police went because they're bulletproof. Yet there's videos that show that they aren't bulletproof. So the local PD think that the Tesla truck is going to save them from crime. I think people are going to destroy the trucks out of protest.
That's going to happen out here too. Before you say anything, I've already read this on the internet.
Okay,
good.
Bear with me, but yes, the local PD here also is Vegas Metro is planning on getting a bunch of Tesla trucks, and we all know that over the last month or so, Tesla products have been referred to as swastikars.
Yep,
and I have seen already somebody I know on Facebook post about the police forces getting swastikars and how this is proof that fascism is well and truly imprinted in the United States, and we are now officially becoming a police state. I'm like, so here's the straws that you are grasping at right now, and you need to just go ahead and shove them up your ass because you're an idiot. They're getting these because they're under the belief that A, they could save money on gasoline, and B, that somehow these things are like mighty beast indestructible vehicles when they're really not. Just because one blew up and looked like it was in pretty good shape after having blown up in front of Trump Tower, that you can still probably do a pretty good decent amount of damage on these. And yes, RJ, the Volkswagen is the original swastikar because evil Charlie Chaplin had his hand in creating that brand.
I used to drive one.
And
I
he
lived in
speaks
California.
and he can speak German, so that should tell you everything you need to know about Jeff Hicks.
Ja, das ist. Wait, what's the word for true? Ich spreche Deutsch. Langsam, aber ich spreche Deutsch. I said I speak German slowly, but I speak German.
I knew what he said.
I could go through Germany because a lot of people speak English in Germany.
Yes.
So it's like,
Yeah,
I could make
exactly. What is
Yes.
it? I know that Hertz, if Hertz will sell cars. I know they're selling Tesla Model 3s for like I think like $12,000 or something because they just
Let's
want
all
to give
get
them away.
one. And
I mean, we really could because like they're giving them away practically. They're just like take them, and because like they had a whole deal with them, even like Tom Brady did the commercial for them, but nobody cared because renting a battery powered car in a big city is like a pain in the ass because you have range anxiety. If it's too cold or too hot, will it run right? Will you go far enough? Like how much is the charge going to cost? Will I be able to charge an amount of time? Are there going to be assholes there? Like it's a whole thing that you hear about this stuff and you don't want to deal with it because you can go to a gas station and fill up in like 3 minutes. 5 if you go inside and get a drink and come back. You know.
So
I'm waiting for criminals to figure out two things: how to hack the car, and like the cop cars. Like, and then like I would love for the cops to be chasing after some criminal, but it's too cold, so the cop car breaks down. Is a guy in like a '97 Mustang that's missing a fucking hubcap. It's just zoom right through. Like this is a bad. These cars.
It's a bad idea.
No.
These cars are like streaming. It's not ready for prime time. Okay, go buy your 4K disc and watch your movie in true high definition.
Dude,
do not.
Please clip that or put that on a shirt. Like EVs are like streaming. It was a good idea, but it's not really that good of an idea.
Yeah. I will say this though. Yeah, we went to the Venet Ian the other day, and we weren't able to this time, but at the Venet Ian, they have parking right next to the elevators for people that have to plug their cars in. But right across from that is an entire road dedicated to electric and hybrid vehicles. And I'm like, we drive a hybrid vehicle. We could totally take advantage of this right now if there wasn't a bunch of non-hybrid vehicles parked in these parking spots.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for hybrids because like it's funny.
I like getting gas once a month.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, even if you look at the math for like hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and EVs, the amount of like lithium you'd use for a EV, you can put across like 20 or 40 like hybrids and still save gas money and the environment of that bullshit, and it'll actually run and be a lot easier for people to use. But they're trying to
you guys and your hybrids. I got a Hemi in my vehicle. That thing drinks gas. I drove like 12 miles and went through a half a tank of gas. I was like, Jesus. Okay, it wasn't that bad. It was a quarter tank, but still.
No, it's still bad. It's still bad.
Well, look, I appreciate that, and I would love to be driving a big old V8, fuck clobbering vehicle, because I like, just be like, look at me, I'm driving this badass car. But at the same time, it's like I get 40 miles to the gallon, and
I'll trade you. I'll trade you my Jeep. It's in great shape.
Like I said, and we drive maybe 20 miles per day, 4 or 5 days a week, and maybe 10 on a weekend if we go somewhere on a Saturday. So like I was, every time we go get gas, I'm like, I've got to remember the last time we got gas because I want to see how long it is before we get gas again. And I always forget because it takes that long to get gas to fill it all the way up to be able to go, man, that's the last time we got gas. And I'm too lazy to go looking through my, bank app to see when the last time there was a gasoline charge on there. So I'm just like, it's been like 3 weeks, maybe almost a month. This is fine.
Dude, whenever I go back to Tennessee and I take the route through Cherokee in the mountains, if I just go down the mountain on the other half of the hill, I use no gas. It'll just recharge the battery for like 30 minutes. I love it.
Yellow Jacket, I'll be making a video about that tomorrow, but if you have any questions on my thoughts, let me know. Guys, I think we need to get an EV sponsorship on the channel.
We'll call Musk.
Yeah, dude, I'm all for it. Like each one of us can be a different EV. I mean, you could be Jolteon, I'll be Flareon, Nick could be Vaporeon. Great.
and I think Dion with a Cybertruck would be the funniest thing on the planet because
that would be hilarious.
Would bitch the entire time about Elon Musk and go, man, that's a good ass car. And that's all he would say the whole time is how much he likes like the heated seats or the cup holder or any of that bullshit. But then again, he lives in Michigan, so it would stop working on him, and that'd be even funnier.
Oh, jeez.
Dean H, thank you for being a member for 24 months. Dean, thank you so much for all of that. Dean says, R.I.P. Michelle Trachtenberg and Gene Hackman, the only Lex Luthor for me.
Yep.
He was the greatest criminal mind of our time.
Yeah.
He was wonderful.
You mean you don't like the one that wanted to drink peach iced tea?
You're talking about Jesse Eisenberg? No.
Oh, I forgot about him.
He was.
The moment I saw him in a trailer, I was 100% not sold on him being Lex Luthor and was like, I hate this. I don't know what this movie is, but if Jesse Eisenberg is Lex Luthor, I hate this.
Yeah, I don't care that he was supposed to be Zuckerberg. Snyder messed that up big time. My favorite Luthor moment, though, is in the first Superman when he's like, why is the number 200 important to both of us? And he goes, it's my IQ and your weight. And every time he says that, I just fucking die. His burns on Otis were great. Otisburg would have been a great. Look, we're gonna do Briarville, but if we can't if we couldn't get the rights for Briarville, the name, we should just call it Otisburg. Otisburg.
We'll call it something. But that is our old man retirement plan, is to make a retirement community for aging 90s kids or 80s kids.
I just want to retire at 40.
That's fine. That's fine with me.
I won't watch Rugrats all day. I'll watch Pete and Pete reruns.
We'll have our own community PBS channel, whatever. That'll just play like 90s cartoons on repeat.
It should play episodes of The Big Comfy Couch at like 3 a.m. when you don't expect it.
No. At 3 a.m, you're getting Girls Gone Wild ads. Is what you're getting.
Oh, just the same ads over and over, and then we should get a live feed to Joe Francis's jail show.
There we go.
What's he doing today?
You'll get that, and you'll get old infomercials for things that don't exist anymore.
No, you know what we should do? We should torture him like I've been torturing myself with reruns of Supermarket Sweep. Remember that show?
God, yes.
The show is the worst, and it's on one of these Pluto channels. And when I don't know what to watch, or if I'm like doing something like I'm going to fulfill coming up, I might put on Supermarket Sweep for like 6 hours straight. But I hate myself when I watch that show.
I actually enjoy Supermarket Sweep because those people are too stupid to be on the show. That's one of the reasons.
The host is a weird guy in those damn sweaters. It's his sweaters that I hate. He's fine.
Yeah,
David
Rupert. Whenever they do the supermarket, the shop, they never grab the big stuff. Like I remember watching as a kid thinking it's funny because these people run around, and then as an adult I watched it. I'm like, why are you not going straight for like the packages of meat? Like that there.
Oh,
like,
they
go
do
straight to
on
the meat department.
Most episodes they do
go to the.
They go to these big sides of beef. They get the giant cheese. They get the olive oil. They get the whatever.
Is there a beer and liquor section? You could probably easily make it to that real quick. Just go in there and just, hey, let's get all these expensive bottles of scotch.
You know what I do nowadays is if like you did a Supermarket Sweep in a grocery store and it's like, how do you win? I would just go to the gift card section and just be.
Oh yeah,
they all tell you what they're worth. So it's like, oh, these are all $100 Amazon gift cards. It's like, well, Jeff hacked the system. Everyone else has like $2,000 in groceries or $2,000 in eggs, and I have like $900,000 in gift cards. Like,
he just took them all.
You guys want to go to IHOP forever?
Or Chipotle or whatever else?
What would be the worst gift card for you? Okay, two things. What would be the best and worst gift card to get for $1 million in value? Like, if you gave me like $1 million to Chipotle, I would eventually eat through $1 million to Chipotle.
No. I know. I can answer that right now. Party City would be the worst gift card to give you right now.
Are they still open? Like, you got one day left?
For like another day.
Dude, I bought a Michael Myers mask the day they announced they were going out of business. Everything was half off. So I bought one of those Trick or Treat studio masks, real cheap.
Oh yeah, dude. They're gone. I mean, all we're gonna get. I think. Oh, you know what's gonna happen? I think we're gonna get. What is it? Spirit Halloween's gonna take over their stores now. Like literally, that's gonna be the brick and mortar thing. It's gonna be a joke, but I think they're gonna go brick and mortar with that stuff because that's the only thing that makes sense.
Wouldn't it be weird if we live in a world where Halloween stores work all year?
I would be really happy with that. I'd be very happy with that.
Man, yeah, I mean, you would be knee deep in women, Nick, because you'd find all your big titted goth girls. Like, it's Wednesday morning at like 9:46. I'm gonna go buy a cup of coffee and hang out at Spirit Halloween and meet my wife.
I'm gonna wear my black hoodie with my thumb holes in it and just go hang out for a bit.
Segment of the population that would go to the Halloween store all year round.
Yeah, I would. I need fake blood and smoke for my fog machine.
Well, why do you need the fake blood?
Religious reasons. Nick, should I draw you? Should I draw you with the thumbhole sweater in the new book? Do you want to wear that? Because you have a hoodie on in one scene. Should I make you wear the fingerless gloves and the thumb, like you're an emo kid?
You're gonna make emo, Nick? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yes. You'll be crying. Ooh, nobody understands.
I'm listening. What am I listening to? Fucking
My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance. I wouldn't. Here. I wouldn't mind it.
With Ebony Darkness Way.
I'm not okay.
Listen, I'd be fine with one frame being that if it's like like a joke or whatever, and it's one frame, that'd be hilarious. A panel, yeah, a panel. That'd be funny. Yeah.
There's a panel of you and Wokebusters without pants on.
Did you make my dick look huge?
There's no dick in Wokebusters.
Did you? But you said I'm not wearing pants. Did you draw it going down my leg or something? Come on, man.
You got to read the book, Nick. I'm not. Kendo knows.
I know.
Anyway,
little too interested in things that I guess technically it's his stuff, so he should be interested in it. But Nick, are you familiar with the majority of our audience? Because it seems kind of weird that you're wanting to show off your hog to.
Hey, Kendo. I was doing something called the joke. I know you haven't heard one in a while, but that's what we're doing these days. Okay, just so you know.
Really, because I'm looking at one right now. Oh,
I like how you say that as your kid is screaming in the background.
Giving you shit.
Gunner, literally. He's still at that age. Gunner, thank you very much for your super chat, and thank you for being a member as well. I also believe in Henry. This is a Kingdom Come Deliverance reference. Like Kingdom Come, the book, the DC comic, because I haven't read Kingdom Come in over a decade, so I'm sorry that I missed the reference, but I believe in Henry, Mark Henry. Have you seen that picture that's going around today where they photoshopped Joe Hendry's hair on Mark Henry's head?
No.
It's really unsettling because Mark Henry, for those who are listening, is a large black guy. And Joe Hendry is Joe Hendry. And here's the meme for anybody that wants to see it. It's kind of unsettling.
Oh my God.
It's not really unsettling. I kind of like it. It looks cool.
It's hilarious.
Kendo, should that be your new icon?
I mean, if you want to crop it and send it to me, yeah, I will. I'll use that as my new icon for the show.
Yeah, Joe Henry, Mark's brother.
Oh my God, that is funny as shit.
Gunnar, though, thank you very much for everything.
That is
Master Marl. Master Marlbros, thank you. Life is so unfair. Gene Hackman dies and Barbara Streisand keeps going and going and going.
Yeah, it's bad.
They tried to take her out in South Park all those years ago, but Robert Smith of The Cure just wasn't strong enough. And that random Japanese
couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Who could?
Harvey Weinstein.
Could he though? Will he though?
He has the rest of his life. His very short life.
He's not doing too good. I don't know if he made it to the Deadpool list. I'd have to look, but I think he did get picked.
Yeah. Didn't I pick Corey Feldman?
I think you did.
I believe you did.
I think you did.
I'm not fishing a wish. I'm just guessing. Because Ascension Millennium's just not that
normally great. When you Deadpool, you don't pick people and then you actively root for them. There are some times in the past where I've picked people that I thought were going to die that year that I actively was rooting for, like Castro and stuff like that.
That's a little different. He deserves it.
It is. I agree. So it's not like you're picking somebody like. I'm trying to think of somebody that we would actively not root to die, like Betty White. Nobody rooted for Betty White to go down.
No,
she did. No. And, nobody rooted for that. But then you've got people like Harvey Weinstein that you would pick to put on your list that you would actively, root for their demise.
Well, Betty White was like 98 or 99. She went down a lot in her life. It's fine.
Folks, Jeff, can you get that P.O. box thing up here again? If you would like to send Nick some messages about that very, very, super, very distasteful joke about an American treasure in Betty White, you can send it to Nick Utam, care of World Class Bullshitters. As soon as the P.O. box pops up, I will be able to tell you where that's at.
We don't currently have a P.O. box.
Yeah, we haven't had one for a while.
Let me pull up Nick's address, and I'll just give that to you to send it to.
I could give you Richard's address. That'd be funny.
Yeah, there you go. Send it to, you know.
You can send it to
Dick.
our old email address at worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail.
There you go.
.com.
We're just going to
There
keep
you
that
go.
rolling. Wait, Supermarket Sweep is still a show in the UK? They should hire David Ruprecht. The guy needs work.
God. There's one. What is it? I remember the show Junkyard Wars. I missed that one. That one was a lot of fun. That was a
Do you
fun
remember,
show.
remember Robot Wars?
Yes.
Or
that
BattleBots
show
or
was
Robotica,
great.
all that shit?
Yeah. But BattleBots still happens every year. They have it for like, I think it goes on for like a week or two, and then like that's it. But like,
Let's go to a Robo Cockfight and bet on one. My money's on the one with the giant arm that has an axe on it.
I heard that. I heard what he said, and I heard it in two different ways.
Yeah, I know.
I had to decipher that. I'm like, wait, okay.
Get your mind out of the gutters. I just meant like robot chickens. That would be a Robo Cockfight. There we go.
Yeah, we'll call it Robot Chicken and see how long it takes for a cease and desist letter to show up.
Maybe we spell it like CHICKN, like the Chick-fil-A ad.
There you go. So we can have two lawsuits. That'll work.
Let's go for 3 and paint it like a cow. No, let's put the Microsoft logo on it. And the Amazon. Let's turn our robot into like a NASCAR. It's sponsored by shit that's not sponsored by us, and then we kill it.
Perfect.
what
Sounds good.
We're gonna get all the lawsuits. We're gonna be like Thanos with the glove, just collecting lawsuits.
You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna start telling people like, if you sue this person, you'll get the money, and we'll just get them to all sue each other, and then that's how. It's like, why is Amazon suing Nintendo? Don't ask.
We just we volunteer ourselves to be witnesses in every one of those lawsuits to where it becomes such a convoluted mess, and we speak to all the attorneys to where it becomes such a conflict of interest that nobody can sue anybody.
Let's do it.
The judge is like, just leave. Just get out of here.
You know who won't sue us is Hooters, since they're going out of business.
Well, they might be able to bounce back. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a very lot. But I did see a wonderful picture the other day of some of the Hooters waitresses with the caption that said, "I wonder how this company is going out of business." And it was some of the new, more diverse hires of the Hooters.
Oh, I saw that one.
I'm like, yeah.
Is it the one with
That's
the dude in
probably
it?
how it's going on.
Yep.
Yes. So
You know what's
that's
crazy?
how it's going out of business.
Over 20 years ago, King of the Hill did an episode that made fun of that. Dale got a job at Hooters because he couldn't get work elsewhere, and he wore the short shorts, and it's a great joke. Nowadays, it became a reality, and it's really weird and awkward. And King of the Hill, long story short, was a huge show ahead of its time, and I'm wondering if it comes this revival, if it'll be as ahead of its time again, or is it going to fall into the trap of the modern day?
I don't know.
I'm hopeful for A, but I'm also very leery of the fact we might get B.
I'm worried too.
But you got to think about it, because when Mike Judge was doing these things, like Idiocracy, King of the Hill, Beavis and Butthead, Beavis and Butthead was more of a making fun of the current time, whereas King of the Hill was making fun of the current time, but also ahead of its time and making fun of shit that was coming down the road, like the Dale going to work at Hooters and things like that. And then Idiocracy came along and essentially predicted the world that we were going to live in, and it's very quickly coming to fruition. But at the same time, since all that stuff has happened, what do we prognosticate? Oh, all this stupid woke shit's going to go away. It's going to go back to how it was. That's not a TV show. That's a dream. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see what they are going to do with it, but I'm also I'm optimistic, but extremely cautiously optimistic, especially since Dale's dead. You can't have Dale on the show.
That's true.
Yeah, it's weird, but if anybody wants to put any sort of job on the resume, you can just put manager of Hooters or Joanne Fabrics or Party City, and they can't look it up. So
yeah, regional manager of Party City, Southwest region. It's like, oh well, who are we going to call about that? I have no idea. That company's out of business.
Yeah. So you can just put those in your resume. They can't look it up. So you're safe.
Our friend Enrique, what's up, Enrique, says, so would Doc's DeLorean be the world's first hybrid? It is electrical.
Well, it is nuclear also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's electrical, but it runs off of nuclear fusion. So
Yeah.
Oh, I turned off a game show yesterday because they asked a question like before commercial break, and they go, "Name this '80s film." It's about a scientist and a guy who gets called Calvin, and then he goes Back to the Future, and he screams out 10.21 gigawatts, and I was like, "Fuck this show," and I turned it off. I was so mad. I was like, "Why? Why did you get this job? How did you get this job?" Game show network people suck, except for Alfonso Ribeiro. That guy.
isn't that line wrong anyway? 10 point. It's 1.21, not
Yeah, it's-
10.21.
That's why he got mad and turned off the TV.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just mad because they were screaming. What's a gigawatt?
No, it's 10.21, dude. If 1.21 gigawatts is what the DeLorean needs to go back in time, how would it run on 10.21 gigawatts? Would it be like
it would just explode.
Yeah, I don't think Doc had that in mind.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, and also DeLorean would be like 10 times its size, and it would need a giant lead block to keep away all the radiation from you dying every time you used it.
Well, even better, we don't have that at all. We have a piece of aluminum foil. Doc Brown just used stuff from the original space. What was the Apollo 11? That's what the DeLorean's made of. The Apollo 11 stuff.
I mean, he did work for he did work for NASA for a bit, so it's fine. Or he worked for JPL. I forget.
No, he was part of the Manhattan Project.
Oh, Manhattan Project. That's what it was. Yeah, so I'm sure he has access to those things and can get those materials. So
wasn't Indiana Jones part of the Manhattan Project though too? For some reason, in part 4, don't they mention they put him on a bus with no windows or something?
Yeah. So in reality, they could have.
Why would an archaeologist be part of the Manhattan Project? Well, I mean, what's he?
Why would that movie even be made?
Again, that's also a very good point.
I'm sorry. It's been almost 20 years and I'm still not over Indiana Jones 4 being terrible. I can't stop laughing at it.
The last two have been terrible. I don't know why they were made. Like, it doesn't make any sense. They could have just done the video game or whatever and been fine.
Nick,
yeah, I know.
Why they were made was money.
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy needs a reason to pat herself on the back in 2023. Well, my Indiana Jones movie came out.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, hopefully she's on her way out.
She is. Dude, speaking of crossovers, people in the chat are talking about how they want Doc Brown and Indy. I want Doc Brown, Indiana Jones, and Captain America to team up. I don't know what the story would be, but like...
Oh, no, that's easy. No, that's easy. 100% easy. Indiana Jones finds Captain America in the ice, and then he doesn't know what to do with him or reanimate him or whatever. Maybe he's just asleep.
You can't, though, because Captain America and Indy would have to meet in World War II.
Oh, shit. That's true.
Because Indiana Jones is all depressed in the 60s.
So then you could have a younger Doc Brown then.
Yeah, like he's the scientist they need to like break into a Hydra facility. They get Doc Brown.
There you go. That's how you do it.
He uses his German name of Von Braun to get through the
there
Nazi
you go. That's what it is.
base.
That's what it is. They find a secret Yahtzee base and they need him to get in there. That's what it is. There you go.
Yeah, let's make that comic book that no one wants. We should make a comic book about World War II where every fictional character that we like that could have existed in World War II is tied together in a story. That's what we do.
And somehow they run across James Bond.
Yeah, he's like in grade school. No, he's regular James Bond. He's like, yeah, I might not be age appropriate, but I'm still here.
Yeah.
We should throw in like well, no, he wouldn't have been born yet. I was going to say we should do a baby McLean, like randomly in New York City. They just show him born, but he would have been born in the 50s. So...
Yeah, but it could work. It could be fun.
Kendo, I'm surprised you didn't mention the movie Hoosiers earlier in the show when you were talking about Gene Hackman.
That's about a different type of Hoosier, the actual Indiana kind, not the Missouri kind.
You use the word Hoosier in Wokebusters.
Good.
You say Hoosier scumbag. You're called that. You don't use it. Yeah, we just have Christopher. I'm reading the chat. Christopher Lee could just be in the book as Christopher Lee.
Yeah,
and his cousin Ian Fleming is there too.
There you go. That would work.
Yeah. Let's. There we go. I'm just reading the chat right now. You guys are awesome, folks. Hit that thumbs up button if you're having a good time here tonight. It's real quick. It's real easy, and it helps us out really big. I couldn't think of a better word for that. Now, I wanted to mention that real quick since we dropped Kathleen Kennedy's name. they're re-releasing episode 3 in theaters for the 20th anniversary, and then the Mary Sue covered it, but they called Star Wars a flimsy franchise. So it feels like even these crazy feminist websites that want to defend it are just like, it's pretty shit.
Aren't they the ones who went like really hard in the paint for the last 3 of them and went hard in the paint
Oh,
for
yeah.
all the Disney stuff being like it's so brave these women are here and these
They
shows.
took it right on the face, chest, and neck.
Acting with with assistants and air conditioned facilities. It's so brave of them to do this. Like, go fuck yourselves.
It's stunning, bro.
It's stunning and brave that they have this level of privilege to just be a fucking actor. It's great, let me tell you.
I'm just so happy that she is. Never mind. I was trying to clarify something.
And I love Lisa so much.
Anyway, how's your sex life?
What a story.
Say that again.
What a story.
So when we get to Stabbing Cabin, are we watching The Room?
Yeah.
Is that a serious question?
Yeah, I'm
Dion didn't want to watch it last
The
time.
question should be, how many times are we going to watch The Room?
I mean, it's a digital copy. We can watch it as many times as you want. I can put it on repeat. It's fine.
I was thinking we should put it on VLC player and hit the little repeat thing and just watch it.
Yeah, we can.
We could do that, dude. In one room, we could just have it playing like repeatedly.
I think we should
just play a game. We could play the game of what's going to be going on when we walk in there.
Yeah, we can just have it in the living room playing on repeat. It'll be fine.
And then what we'll do is, based on whatever part of that movie that's supposed to be the person that's closest to it, the other 3 have to drink.
We're gonna drink anyways. We're gonna drink anyways, Kendo.
Yeah, or other things.
Lisa and Mark are banging on the staircase. No, Johnny's about to blow his head off, and where are we at in there?
I'm gonna do one where I'm gonna say, guys, I'm gonna bet you the rest of your drinks, or I'll drink 4 new drinks, that it's "You Are My Rose." And if I hear "You Are My Rose," you all have to chug your fucking drinks, and I'm just gonna take a victory lap.
That's fair. That's fair. I can live with that.
Oh my god.
Folks, the Stabbing Cabin.
Seen The Room.
Yeah, I know, Klungy, come on, brother.
Oh my god! You need to go buy The Room from the man himself.
Yeah, and a pair of the magic underwear that come with.
Yeah.
Yep. If you can go to TommyWiseau.com, this is not a plug. He is not a sponsor this week, but you can buy official Tommy Wiseau underwear, and he autographs them typically.
He does autograph them.
He knows you're good. You're not a chicken.
Yeah, that is a little weird, but that's what he does.
It's funny. We are completely sober tonight, folks. We're saving the drinking for Sunday's Oscar stream, where we could have aquarium, Jeff. Look at how blue this room is. All right. If I'm in here and the Oscars are playing and I'm passed out, it'll be funny.
I wish there was a way that you could hand me the controls and I could do the stuff on the show then.
Yeah,
you know what? Remind me
on beer
off air. I'll make
3.5,
you.
so I'm good.
I'll make you an admin, Nick. I'll give you access to everything.
Yeah, I just because at least if you fall asleep, we can at least turn off the show or do something.
I think
we have a way of ending it. Besides the last time it happened, where we did not have a way of ending it, we just all left.
Yeah,
me too. I left California. Good decision.
Yeah, it is. It's still a shithole. Still a shithole.
I would argue it's probably gotten worse since Jeff has left.
Yeah. I mean, I lived there during the pandemic.
Down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole portion of it burned down. They didn't have enough water to put it out. It's just they used all that water for the Hollywood signs, so that wouldn't burn down. Because that's important. That's really important. Not the houses and people's.
A fucking wood sign is so important, or whatever it's made of. But other people's lives. Nah, we got to stay strong.
Their GDP is more than Argentina. They make tens of billions of dollars a year. They can replace the sign overnight if they need to. But people's houses.
Yeah, they can 3D print it in the afternoon.
That's true. They
can have it shipped in from Oregon, and boom, there it is, done. It goes back to Hollywood land. Fuck it, they're going even bigger now.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it can't save people's, the working class people's houses. No, it can't do that.
Just remember, the water shortage was all down to an endangered fish. Way to go, Gavin.
Thank you.
Way to go,
Gavin. You're even mad, and you don't even live there.
I know. You're lucky, baby OJ. You're lucky.
You were born in a desert. You were being raised in a desert, yet you've got plenty of water.
God bless America.
When he's 15, what if he has a moment where he gets lost in the desert and has a Beavis and Butthead hallucination and then just runs into you out there?
Yeah, and then he comes and tells me the entire story. Be like, did you watch Beavis and Butthead do America and eat a crazy looking cactus or something?
He's just on peyote. He didn't even see the movie. He's just
Yeah.
like, nah, Dad, why are you melting? the rest of the show, the rest of the guys from the podcast are there. We're just like watching your kid like needing water in the desert. Like, shouldn't we give him an aquafeed? No, he's okay.
Aquafina.
Aquafina. Oh God.
Okay, so let's see. We're all caught up with the messages. We're having a fun time. Let's see. Let me go back to the show notes because there are some other things that I wanted to talk about tonight. So, Kendo, did you know that today is National Pokemon Day? And they have a new game?
I had seen it mentioned last night, actually, because I got the Dilk for Pokemon Scarlet, and there was a thing about National Pokemon Day. I'm like, I did not realize that was a thing, but here we are. So, yes. But I did not. I knew there was a new game coming, something about Pokemon ZJ, but I have not really looked into it too much.
Because you can't afford it if you have to ask. So just
Correct.
Buy it.
So I'm just gonna wait till it comes out and just buy it.
I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan anymore. I still have all the cards, and I played Yellow, Stadium, Red, and Snap. That was it for Pokemon games for me. It was a flash in the pan moment for me. But I'm surprised Pokemon's still around. I'm happy for everybody. And I'm telling you this, Nintendo, if you ever do Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, where it's just, top down on a console, and I can download shit and play against other people, like that might be the world-breaking video game where you can like be a Pokemon trainer with every Pokemon ever and run into people and not play Pokemon Go. That could be cool. But this new one, I probably won't pick it up.
I will, because I enjoy the games. To me, it's a great way to play video games without having to play with other people unless I choose to do so. And even then, it's usually Brandon. We've been running around playing Pokemon. He had Violet, I got Scarlet. And that's usually our thing is, which one did you buy? I will buy the other one. And then we spend time doing that. And then we, help make sure each other's decks is taken good care of, pounding out that dex, making it all big and full. And getting the shinies and the raids and all that other good stuff. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Friends help each other's friends get shiny decks. There you go. I do have a Pokédex back here somewhere, the original one. But yeah, I see that we got a listener's got a Pokemon themed avatar. It's the day. People do like gaming in our audience, so I thought
he's a Feraligatr.
Yeah, if you were a Pokemon, Kento, who would you be?
What is your problem?
Oh, so Mr. Mime, got it.
Clearly, I would, yes, because he could, and then he could be Mime Jr. and he would never speak. Or can I be? Oh shit! What's the one that Jinx? I would be that one. The one that got into a lot of trouble during the big super wokeness of 2021.
Dude, somebody on Twitter was talking to us about Wokebusters, and their image is Jinx and Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z. And we had this full back and forth about how they're canceled and can't exist anymore because of the color of their skin. Oh. Anyway, Pokemon, I have nothing else to say, sorry.
It's a fun game. If you enjoy it, it's great. And I enjoy it. I'm not like super into it. Like I own one Pokemon toy, and it was the evolution pack of Marowak and Cubone, because those are my favorite Pokemon, I guess, technically. Yeah.
I have who do I have? I have Ash, Misty, and Team Rocket. Like I have actual from back in the day. They're about 5 to 6 inch action figures, but they don't move. They're just like a statue, and they came with little mini Pokemon. And I put them on a shelf because you couldn't really play with them. They were just there. So I think Pokemon was just a lot of disappointment for me at once. And then also too, I discovered Dragon Ball Z and wrestling, and I thought those were a little edgier. So I kind of dove in head first.
Yeah, because you get to an age to where you don't want to do the kid stuff anymore, and you want something a little more blood, and guts. So that's where you go.
Yeah,
blood
and guts is always better.
But you stop it.
Nurse Joy is known to nurse a hand job when we are playing the games.
Yeah. Yes. when Brandon and I are playing it and we go to the Pokestop, we refer to going to see Nurse Handjob.
What do you call Officer Jenny?
Officer Jenny doesn't really even show up in like the later games. Like if you play red, blue, yellow, the red and blue I think has an officers in them. I think yellow actually has Officer Jenny in it. And I'm pretty sure the Let's Go Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee games have them in it. But I don't know. We haven't got a name. Maybe I'll talk him into getting Let's Go Pikachu, and I'll reset my Let's Go Eevee game, and we'll play through that together. We'll come up with a name for Nurse Jenny. Maybe she'll be Nurse, I don't know, or Officer Jenny. Maybe she'll be Officer ZJ or something. I don't know, but yeah.
Officer ZJ is a great name. If you don't use it, I'm going to use it for the next comic book, Officer ZJ.
Just use it anyway. But yeah, that's like we literally, anytime you go to the Pokestop, we just say we're going to see Nurse. If we're playing the game, be like, hey, I got to, I'm going over here, flying over here because I need to go to, Nurse Handjob. And it's like, I know what he means. He knows what I mean. We're going to the Pokestop for whatever reason. Mainly probably just to go get the Pokemon healed and buy shit.
Yeah, it's exactly how I feel too. I'm so excited. It's like, buy shit, yeah! Gotta catch them all. Let's go buy shit.
He's no longer laughing at dropping the little, Roblox or, Lego Duplo people to their demise. He's now shrieking as a delightful banshee. So I feel like he's just evolving in his sadisticness.
Don't let him, because the other night, May have had a drink or two and played The Sims 4. And I did what you said, Nick, how I'm getting ready to stream it. Because I'm
good.
I turned it on. The people are still trapped in the house. I haven't turned the game on in 2 years. So out in the ether, the Sims are in there.
Start new, and it'll be our version of like of reality TV of you fucking with the Sims. That'll be what we'll do on Twitch. It'll just be you fucking with the Sims with a mic and just like letting them like
give them the worst names possible.
Yeah,
Whoa,
give them.
Let's name them after us and all of our friends. It's like, oh my God, Kendo killed Loudy. Shit, Dion killed Dan. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, just do that and just
Kendo drown in the hot tub.
And just have it, and like whenever something happens like horribly, just like focus on them for a bit. It'll just be like our own reality TV thing that happens like every so often. I'm pretty sure people will tune in, especially if you're doing commentary for it.
Officer Handjob died in the bathtub. Let's watch.
Hey, especially if you've had a few drinks and it's late at night, like people will fucking love that shit, dude. It'll be great. It'll be good.
Okay, let's do this for real. But I want to find a way, if they ever like do an update where we can have like multiple people play. It's like, hey, your Sims are coming to my town,
dude. I'm there. I would be there in a heartbeat. I would fuck with them as well.
I would make you a Sim family. I'm like, Nick, this is my Sim family. This is the sacrifice. You can take them now. It's like the Wicker Man, We're just gonna put them up in a giant effigy of Will Wright.
There we go. We need like the Halloween DLC or like the Salem DLC, whatever the hell it's called. We just need some really weird stuff for.
I want to learn how to play The Sims on PC to hack it, and then like code in a serial killer that like just shows up to your neighborhood, and like if your doors are unlocked at night, he just goes in and kills you, and like your Sims can't stop it.
I'm sure there are like a ton of mods for The Sims. I'm sure there's a ton of mods for them. Oh God! Anybody in the chat know any weird mods for The Sims that we could get and use, and Jeff could have a good time with?
Is there one where like people have like burning nipples or something, or like partially on fire? I think that'd be kind of fun. Like just like burning naked nipples. Sims on fire. Oh.
That would be funny. That'd be funny as hell. Oh
told you folks that I'd do it. I was mainly testing out to remember how to play The Sims, because I'm like, I'm not going to play a stream where I don't know what the buttons do. I'm like, I look like a boomer. So.
Yeah. Here, trying to figure it out again. It's like, what does this do? What does this do? Yeah, and I know.
Ah, yes. The start button works. Got it. Dude, I love that Xbox, but the disc drive in it is a piece of shit. It will not play 4K movies. Like, for some reason, it hates my copy of Return of the Dragon, or Enter the Dragon, excuse me.
Really?
Yeah, first time I bought the disc, or when I bought the disc, I put it in and it was like real choppy and slow. Then the other day I was watching it, perfect. But then I got to turn it back on because it resumes where it was. Cannot read disc. I've never taken the disc out of the case or the Xbox. Never even touched the damn back of it. So Xbox kind of blows for discs or for movies.
That's weird. That's strange.
The Sims Ed Gein edition.
Oh my God.
I ain't eating the damn Sims, okay? No one will be eaten. No one will be turned into any kind of furniture.
The
will just be
Sims,
turned
the
into
Sims,
dust.
the Sims in the Alps. Just like alive.
Oh, wait, we should make John Wayne Gacy in The Sims and see if any of them end up underneath his front porch.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah,
Oh,
if there are any weird mods, we'd love to know about them so Jeff can put them, add them to his account or something.
I want an OJ Simpson mod.
OJ Simpson mod is you racing the cops across LA.
No, they just do like his face. Like you could just put his face on anybody. So it's just like, hey, I have a family of OJ Simpson.
Actually, no, you know what you should do? You should get one of those small little NUC computers and put Steam on that and put The Sims on that and play it like that with the controller. It'd be way easier.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, because this way you don't have to worry about Xbox or PlayStation or whatever and get the disc and that whole thing. Yeah.
Oh, there are sacrificial mods. Serial killers possess children.
Oh, nice. Good to know.
You get all the Mythos ones, like mods for like the black-eyed children and all that stuff, dude. You could really have some fun with that.
The cryptid mods.
Make them Village of the Damned, Nick, that John Carpenter remake?
God. Yes. That's another remake I'll allow. I'll allow that remake. It was a lot of fun.
I don't hate the 1978 remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Leonard Nimoy and
that one's good.
Donald Sutherland. I like that movie.
That one's good. Well, we're overdue for them to do it again. I think it's been.
Let's do it ourselves. Let's make it like a political allegory for something.
Yeah, it's been over 10 years because like every 10 to 15 years, like they make a version of that. So I'm waiting for that to happen again.
Let's make Wokebusters 2 Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
There we go.
Nah. I was going to call it Invasion of the Booty Snatchers, but that's just a weird title. I'd make that movie with Jamie Foxx and Damon Wayans, though. No, David Alan Grier and Damon Wayans.
Yeah, David Alan Grier. Yeah.
I just want to do Men on Film the movie. No, Men on Film the film. It's just them bitching all day how they hate everything. I like it. Well, Nick, what would be a great comic book would be Men on Film Meet the Critic.
Dude, that would be great. That kind of sucks because like I feel like you could do a few movies from In Living Color. You could definitely do still at least a couple of those skits could be turned into movies because SNL did that, and I think didn't Mad TV do a couple of movies as well for their skits?
They didn't have the money.
Gotcha. But yeah, SNL made a whole thing out of it. But I feel like In Living Color, you could do at least two good movies out of a couple of the recurring skits for sure.
Fire Marshal Bill and Men on Film.
Well, there's also the cop that's just ahead that was just like they didn't have enough money to put him back together, and he's just like feet and like he's like a potato head dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. That would be hilarious. That was a funny shit. I love that.
Homie the Clown, the movie would be amazing.
Yes, Homie the dude. We are prime for Homie the Clown. You kidding me? We need the clowns to come. We need the weird clowns to come back. Out of Ohio where you are. But Homie the Clown, the movie is fucking perfect for these days.
Can he fart? Dude. Can he fight Art the Clown?
I don't know. Art the Clown's kind of a bitch, so probably.
I want to see Homie beat Art. Like, he just gets real with him for a minute. He's like, I ain't falling for that cutting up shit. And Art just, like, looks at him, and he just shoots Art in the face with a gun. Homie don't play that. And that's how the movie ends.
Yeah, Homie the Clown, I think if they were to announce it as a movie,
it would be, like, direct to streaming, because everybody on social media like, what's Homie the Clown? And then they look up like, that's offensive. And then they bitch that they'll bitch that the video is in, like, full screen, and they can't I'm like, this is what videotape looks like. There you go. There's your VHS nostalgia for you, kids. It's
4x3. Get used to it.
Yeah, I mean, Tubi needs to reach out to them and have them make it a Tubi exclusive so they can have it on their service.
You and I need to become the world's greatest facilitators. We need to come up with these ideas.
You mean producers, Jeff? You mean producers?
Yes. Let's produce ourselves a couple $1 billion. Like we'll sell movies that we don't own the rights to, but still like legally get our cut. And they're
then just as long as we pitch.
Just keep Nick away from anybody that's auditioning in couches, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, we don't have a casting couch. We have like a casting ottoman. Like you're uncomfortable the whole time.
When I got furniture for my place, that was the one thing I did. I was adamant about not having. I'm not having a black fucking leather couch in my place. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, because if you had a black leather couch with the way your decorations look, it definitely looks like you shoot porno in there.
But did you get a black leather Jackson? That's the important thing.
I really
I did
feel like
not.
we should do an inebriated My Immortal together.
We
Like,
should.
see how long?
should.
Like, it doesn't
We
have to be
should.
for the channel. Just how long we can get through it.
No,
We should.
here's what we should do. We should do it and get through the whole thing, but not tell anybody we did it, and then just one day for fun, just release parts of it. And
Yeah.
it's like one of those things. You just got to come back to hear the rest. You got to come back to hear the rest. And
Yeah, just
if
make them
we
shorts or whatever.
yeah, and if we get enough love, yeah, that's what we could do. Is we could make them little short videos and just each chapter. So, although some of those chapters is like 4 pages of writing, and other chapters is like a paragraph. So, but yeah, I think we should do that. We should take some time to sit down and read My Immortal again. We'll just take turns. You got these chapters, you got these chapters, and we'll see what happens.
Somebody suggested Mr. Cleo the movie.
Yes, somebody also said we need to read that porno Star Wars. Fuck, A New Hope. Yeah,
What episode
I
was that
remember
again?
that. I remember that.
117.
Oh wow, that was a long time ago. Holy shit!
I only remember that because it's 117, just like John. So I'm like, there we go. So it's that's our Halo episode. Is the A New Hope? I think it's episode 117. I'd have to look to double
Yeah,
check, but yeah,
I think it is. Yeah, but
yeah, that
First off,
jeez.
I found all of My Immortal, all 44 chapters of it.
yeah, it still exists. It is still out there. It is easy.
It has-
to find.
It has trigger warnings on it now.
Why?
Of course it does.
Strong
Oh.
language, self-harm, gay slurs, objectifying LGBTQ people, underage drinking, graphic sex scenes, torture, graping, murder, and attempted self-deletion.
Are the sex scenes really that graphic though?
They're pretty stupid. I'll say that.
They're offensive in a different way. They're offensive to anybody that has a grasp of the English language, or what makes a good story. I
that's
just
true.
know that Draco Malfoy has a massive Stallone,
Yeah.
or he's hung like a Stallone.
Yes, which is not a compliment. He made a porno called The Italian Stallion.
Listen, he needed that money to pay for Rocky. Okay, it's
Hey,
fine.
worth it, man. Look, if somebody's like, Jeff, you need to make some weird, questionable life decisions to fund Stealing Solo, the movie with Harrison Ford, I'm there. Like yesterday. I'll do it.
Jeff will open up an
I will suffer for my
OnlyFans
art.
so fast.
Look, and if
He
you tell
is
me I
not
gotta like
above
kill
pouring himself out literally if it means he becomes set for life.
old ladies need loving too, and I could use some of that retirement fund to fund this movie. So Dion's married. I would never break up a good relationship. but
What
I'll
is
do
it? Jeff Hicks, American Gigolo.
Yeah, dude. Instead of a Fred Garvin male prostitute, it's just me in this fucking cable knit jacket. Hey, would you like to fund my movie? I'll take
Hitting up
good
every
care of you.
Chili's on the West Coast.
Hey, it's a good place to find them too. It's like, hey, your margarita's looking a little low. Would you like another one? Hey, get her a Patron top shelf, please, on the house.
So Sundays you go to Whole Foods.
Yeah, that's where you find the single cat ladies that
Oh
are really
my
looking
God.
for it.
Yeah.
American Jeffalo.
Fridays you hit up Erewhon, it's fine. You gotta, you gotta find
I'm
your
doing
crowd.
it for the audience. The
You're doing
audience
it for
needs
the
Stealing
audience.
Solo the movie. I don't need any self-respect.
Your money feels better than self-respect.
I mean, going to a movie premiere, watching this movie with Harrison Ford, and going, "Man, I banged 4,696 ladies."
No,
Old ones
you lean
for this movie.
you lean over and be like, "My dick paid for this."
I would so say that to Harrison Ford. He would just be like, "What?" No, dude, we tell him on set.
Yeah, it's like my dick paid for this. Hey, money's money,
I want to find a context where somebody can actually say that. Just like, well, my dick paid for this. Just walk out. Like, that'd be so cool. I'll put that in a book or something.
Oh my God. Yeah.
If you end up having a really rich, successful kid that buys you something nice, you could, like, if your kid bought you a Tesla truck, you'd be like, my dick paid for this. You could actually say that. It would work.
No, that's true. That's 100% true.
Kendo, when Baby OJ buys you something nice, you better say those words.
You got it.
Oh, great. We have American Jeffalo.
I love Jeffrey does Dallas. That's hilarious.
I mean, if I have to go back to Texas, I will. But
And I have confirmed it. It is episode 117 from 6 years ago, titled "We Found Something Worse Than the Last Jedi." WCBs 117, Star Wars: A New Hope. So, folks, if you want to hear about what happens to Dash Rendar, that did not happen in Shadows of the Empire on N64, there you go. The sound quality, we will tell you that you're going back 6 years, so the sound quality is not where it's nearly at now.
Oh my God, was that? Wait, were we using Google Meetings or Skype for that?
We were using Hangouts, right?
Hangouts.
Because we had gotten off Skype, we went to Hangouts.
Yeah.
I was on the hotspot at Camp Kendo, and that was one of the good nights where it didn't cut out repeatedly, and we did not have anything close to the equipment we have now. So there you go. If you want a nostalgia trip, folks, you can go back to the humble beginnings, middlings at this point of the show, and listen to episode 117.
Jeez.
Now, Kendo, there is something nice to make our show sound like it used to back in the day by changing our mic settings. So if you're nostalgic for that, we can do that too. But
no, I'm good.
Let's go back to the future and get back to this nicer Samson mic that I use. That is not a plug.
There you go.
I like this mic.
Yep.
I thought it broke for a year. It was literally sitting next to my desk. I was like, oh man, maybe this mic will work one day in the future. So I plugged in the other USB cord, and then it's worked for a year now. I'm like,
okay, it's good.
That's what happened to mine. Remember when I had a problem and I thought the Yeti was dead? No, I just got a new cord and it works perfect.
Yeah, those new cords are cheap, which is good.
I should just send this dusty microphone to Dion so he doesn't sound like he's in like 1999.
I love that every time he gets on the show, he has to like reconfigure his settings and like retune everything in, like, because like, he's never done it before.
He has the world's worst computer. It's like a joke. You know how? Remember in college, there was always that one dude that had like a laptop that had Windows 95 on it. He's like in class with a fucking phone cord trying to take notes. That's Dion's computer by choice. He could upgrade. He's not a poor guy, you know, but no, he just wants to rock the oldest computer known to man.
I'm about to say, if he needs help buying one, he's welcome to text or call me. I can guide him through it. It's not difficult.
I think what I want to do is buy him one and then use a password that only I can use to unlock it. So it's like, all right, Dion, it's time for work. Unlocked. Now you can use the computer.
I will say, for all the dunking on that happened to me for the years of my internet connection and quality and everything from Dion, I enjoy Dion and his broke dick attempt at trying to, use technology at home. So it makes me feel better. I'm like,
Dion and I are the same age. I don't know how he doesn't understand what a USB plug is, or like, I'm like, bro, you went to college with me. Like, we were in a class together. We didn't realize it until the very last day of class. That's a true story, but like, I love him, man. But we got to get him a whole new setup. It's got to be like thumbprint protected. So it's like, all right, Dion, you're not allowed to use this computer. Because like, he's going to go in there and just be like, yep, like download Girls Gone Wild DVDs or something from back in the day.
Oh my God.
I don't think anybody wants classic Kendo audio. I know personally I'm
happy with where it's at now. I am glad that I am not on a hotspot and I don't have the microphone. Although back then, I think even by that time I was on a Yeti, but it was through hotspotting my internet. And no, I don't want to go back to that. So I know in the early episodes, I think I was using my Xbox 360 headset.
Yes.
So, and then I had my Xbox One headset, and then eventually, I moved back to Camp Kendo. I got the Yeti. I got some really good Sony plug-in microphone or headphones, and now, not tonight because I left my good Skull Candy ones at work, but I've got the Xbox 360, really good. What is it? Turtle Beach headset? I don't know. It's good.
Oh yeah, those are wonderful.
Yeah, sound quality sounds really fantastic. So I'm good. No classic. We don't need a cool classic. If you want to, when I go back to Camp Kendo, if they still haven't put an internet line in, which they were supposed to do 2 years ago, I'll do a throwback episode.
Do a throwback episode. Speaking of a throwback to the beginning of this episode, I used AI to write us a petition for why Jurassic
Oh
Park
my
should have
God.
transgender dinosaurs. Would you like to hear?
Yes, I
please.
would.
Yes.
Dear Universal Studios, for decades, Jurassic Park has been a cinematic masterpiece that has captured the imagination of millions. However, as we continue to push the boundaries of storytelling and scientific exploration, we believe it's time for Jurassic Park to take the next bold step in genetic inclusivity by introducing transgender T-Rexes. As Dr. Ian Malcolm famously warned, life finds a way, but what if life also finds a way in its identity? Given that Jurassic Park has always played out the idea of genetic modification, what better way to reflect the natural evolution of inclusivity than by featuring T-Rexes that transition from one gender to another? Science has proven that some reptiles and amphibians naturally change sex, and in genes dinosaurs were created by using frog DNA. The potential for gender fluidity in dinosaurs is canonically sound.
Oh my God.
We urge Universal Studios to take this historic step in both evolving the cinematic history and prehistoric accuracy. Let's prove once and for all that identity is not extinct. It evolves. Signed below to support the first ever transgender T-Rex. Hashtag life finds a way. Hashtag
I will
trans
sign that petition now.
Hold on. I got it. This isn't even what it told me, but it says hashtag diversity in dinosaurs. What if we do diversity dinosaur as a stupid ass character? I don't know what it would be, but I'm writing it down because diversity dinosaur would sell t-shirts.
Oh my God.
It's like Barney, but gayer.
Yeah.
Hi kids, I'm diversity dinosaur.
Oh my God.
You know, you joke, folks. You think, oh, diversity dinosaur is so dumb, they'll never do anything with it. Hey, guess what? All these jokes start somewhere, and then they become real books. So there you go. Diversity Dinosaur 2029. It'll be on Netflix. It'll get picked up for a kid's show.
There you go. Yeah, we need to make that petition real.
I mean, I was getting ready to make it real. I just didn't want to spend the time to write it, so I had AI write it, and now
Which is fair. Which is fair. Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, if you don't
make it, dude, post that. I will sign it. Just retweet it out. I'll retweet it. We can post it all over the place. And would you just shit your pants if this thing ends up getting millions of fucking signatures and they announce that for the new Jurassic Park movie, going forward, they're going to make gender inclusive dinosaurs.
All I just want some big news outlets or some big news outlet to pick up that this is a petition. Like that's all I want is being like, oh, this is a petition. That's
I can't wait.
thing.
I'll be walking out of work one day and somebody will walk up and be like, you're one of the people that's behind the petition. How do you feel about it? I'll be like, well, one, I don't think you're supposed to be on school property right now. I feel like you could get arrested. And number two, I think that we should have, gender, non-binary and inclusivity in the dinosaur kingdom. I mean, dinosaurs are inherently trans, and even in the movie Jurassic Park, they were all made to be female dinosaurs, but some of them changed their gender and were able to become male dinosaurs, and that's why there was dinosaurs laying eggs in the wild. So if dinosaurs can be trans, why are we not getting this in the movie? Why is the trans dinosaur community being forcefully pushed aside by Universal
by the cisgender giant dinosaur community?
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gender dinosaur. Wait, that's like a band name.
Cisgender dinosaur, yeah.
Cisgender dinosaur.
I mean, I'm willing to come.
Oh
I'm
my
willing to
God.
go woke for dinosaurs because I think it'd be hilarious.
It would be. It would be.
I have this petition's almost done. I even AI generated an image for it.
And dude, if you have to sponsor it with names, you can use my government name to sponsor this petition. I will not care. I give zero fucks about putting my name on that petition and having you promote it.
All right, I'm actually doing this. Fuck. Talk while I'm doing it, damn it.
Yeah, no, sorry.
The suspense is killing me.
I know.
Should I use my real name?
Yeah, let's put our real names on it because
Sure, why not?
Hold
Why
on.
not?
No, hold on. Curtis.
Oh God.
I was gonna put Dion Green, but I thought that might be a little too mean.
Yeah, it is.
No, but it'd be funny.
It would be. But no, it's fine. Put Curtis in there.
Especially if you attach his phone number to it and he's down in Florida on his family vacation.
Hold on, I was
And
literally
you
on the
get
phone number screen. Should I put it in?
Yeah, put it in.
Oh wait, my petition is ready, and I got a signature. Yes, it's live, folks. You can
Tweet it
right
out.
now.
Tweet. Oh no, show it on the screen, but tweet it out.
I'm about to. Don't worry, it's coming. Literally right now.
Send it to our chat. Send it to our chat.
Oh my god!
Create petition.
Oh my god!
Hey, folks, we need 10 signatures right now. Can everybody just go sign it? There are hundreds of you watching, thousands of you will watch this tomorrow. Please sign the transgender Jurassic Park.
I'm going. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead.
The transgender T-Rexes.
Oh my god.
There we go, folks. There we go. It's live. Let's see if
Oh
we
my
can get it to
God.
1 million. I just
Oh my
want
God.
this to get picked up by the Mary Sue.
Yeah, that's all I want as well.
Oh, I actually know how we can make this go viral. Is if we fucking made a TikTok account and just tweeted about this every day. Like we could.
we have a
new one, like a separate one.
Okay,
Like,
gotcha.
Diversity Dinosaur is the name of the channel, and we just do a channel called Diversity Dinosaur, and all we do is bitch about how we don't have enough dinosaur representation. We can make a channel in a day.
I have signed the petition.
Yes. So has Ryan. While people are signing it, folks, our friend Overkill161 has sent in a super chat that says, "Of course, dinosaurs were trans. They did transition into motor oil." Hashtag it's Momosaurus Rex.
And birds.
Let's see.
Oh, there we go. Momosaurus Rex.
I'm gonna go post it on the tweeter machine.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm not going to share this. Let's see. Let's see the petition dashboard. That's it, Curtis. All right. I can't believe we did this. Anyway, there we go. We're showing your petition to potential signers. Thank you. Should we declare victory already?
Yeah,
It's an option.
I'm writing it on the tweeter right now. Let's see. Hashtag Jurassic Park. If I can spell Jurassic correctly. Jurassic Park Rebirth. Jurassic Park.
Clone Geek,
Jurassic
you are officially the best. You signed his channel dad, Brian Lape.
They're beautiful.
Oh my god.
Ryan, thank you for becoming a new member. I appreciate that. Folks, I have to just upload it. I made you guys that member video of the first Spider-Man collection. There's going to be everything that we collect. We're going to show you as a member as well as more. But it's narrated. It's got music. It's done. I'm going to put that up tomorrow with the book coming out. I've just been so excited, as you can see. So be on the lookout for that. But I'm going to do all the issues of Spider-Man I have, which is quite a lot. Oh, so Andrew loves Jurassic Park, the guy on the High Council with me, so we're going to have to bring this up on the High Council itself just to troll him, see if he'll sign for the transgender T-Rexes. All right, we got 6 so far.
Hey, Doofus is listening, and he went and signed the petition. Good job, buddy.
This is multi-generational now.
I love
Way
this.
to go, kid.
I love this so much.
He's
got...
He's going to be here
Here we
in
go.
2 weeks. We're going to the NASCAR track all weekend. It's going to be great.
Oh my god, this is
I think we struck a chord with society. Gender-inclusive dinosaurs.
because it's so ridiculous. You have to be like, all right, I'll sign it. It's fine. Like
Hey,
it's just one of
I
those
got an
things.
idea. Every week we should try to top our change.org petition from Curtis Lendenfield and come up with something even crazier. We'll use AI to write it and shit.
God. Oh my god.
Do you like the dinosaur I made in the AI program?
Yeah, it looks great. As soon as I saw it, I couldn't stop laughing.
I can't believe it put the Jurassic Park logo in the corner.
I know.
AI is the
Oh,
dumbest tool
God.
that we have.
Universal's going to sue somebody.
Yep.
Curtis Lendenfield.
But here's the
That's
thing. If they sue us over that, that is going to just Streisand effect that it fucking
It will.
Because it'll make the news that they are suing Curtis Lendenfield or us over using their logo in a petition to demand gender inclusivity in transgender dinosaurs because it's in the movie that they changed gender.
I know. I just want people to I just want idiots to go crazy over this and
Hey,
really
everybody,
dig in.
I would love you to go email somebody at the Mary Sue and let them know how important this petition is. Let's get Grace Randolph on the gig.
Also,
let's get
if you're
Anita
on-
Sarkeesian to sign it.
If you're on Twitter, copy the link, share it out, and tag them in it and tell them that we are dead set. We want transgender dinosaurs in the next Jurassic Park.
Scarlett Johansson, you need to speak up. You're an ally, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god! All right, 15 signatures. Let's see.
All right.
Dude, even call people the carpet on that. Be like, if you're really a trans ally, you will sign this.
What if
not,
we break some
you're
people's
just a
psyche?
virtue
They're like,
signaler.
oh my God, I have to sign this. Like, there's actual people that
I
feel
hope
obligated.
we do. I hope we really do. In all honesty, I hope we really do.
If this doesn't cross a high number, we should just re-upload this petition every month and be like, hey, you gotta have it happen.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What about gay squirrel representation? in the
Gay
next
squirrel
movie?
representation.
Our squirrels.
I wonder what that petition would be like. Find out next week, folks. Let me write that one down.
I feel like
Which
this will
animal
definitely strike a
species
chord.
has the highest amount of gay creatures in it? Probably us, but here we go. Oh, according to current research, domestic sheep, rams, are considered to have the highest documented percentage of homosexual individuals among animals, with studies showing around 10% of male sheep exhibiting exclusive homosexual orientation. So there we go. Our next one is about the Rams, and we can get the Los Angeles Rams. Babe. If they're going to make a new Babe movie and he's going to be dealing with the sheep, we need more gay Rams because at least 10% of the Ram Kingdom is gay. Dodge, you make the Ram. At least 1 out of every 10 Dodge Ram trucks has to have a rainbow flag on it.
When you said gay Ram, it's like that goes together, unfortunately.
Well, all I'll tell you is that the opening is to the wildlife conservation organizations, national parks, and zoological institutions. And then we're going to talk about the fabulous members of the animal kingdom next week, folks. There are natural and common occurrences, population balance, social benefits, representation matters, and more. God damn, this is...
When did we become such fucking rainbow crusaders?
Yeah, no, when did this happen? We were fine.
Bro, only gay animals.
We're going to
say it like that, Jeff. Don't say it like that, Jeff.
Well, we somehow end up becoming like gay icons. 4 straight dudes. Because we're just so hell-bent on gay representation in the animal kingdom. What are we doing with ourselves here?
Well, just staving off that we have to talk about this.
Running a pop culture podcast. That's what we're doing. Fucking with the system. Because we can.
I like Vivian the Butch Squirrel. That's a great name.
Vivian the Butch Squirrel.
She's Sandy Cheek's best friend.
But they're really, really close friends. Like, she always spends the night.
Yeah,
and she drives a decked out Subaru.
It's her special friend.
It's her special friend, yeah.
So, guys, we have to talk about this because if one place reports it and we talk about it and somewhere else reports that it's not real, we have to keep moving forward, I guess. So Deadline has reported, according to this, Kathleen Kennedy speaks on her Lucasfilm plans. She is not soon retiring. The films that will come keep her in Star Wars orbit for years to come. We're doomed to fail.
So she was going to leave, and now within 24 hours, U-turn, she is not leaving.
Yeah. You know, I think she's fucking angry that people aren't like upset that she's leaving. She
that we were dancing on the grave of her, leadership at Lucasfilm being over.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, how petty do you have to be, and also, like, you've been taking the company since you got there. Like, nobody wants you there.
No, go home. It's over.
Thanks, Ferris Bueller.
Thank you.
So
that's all I want. Thank you.
Here's my thing, and I saw when I saw the news for it and everything like that, and Kathleen Kennedy's out at the end of the year, stepping down, this, that, and the other. My initial thought was, okay, well, if it actually happens, we'll wait and see. And then my second thought was, this does not fix anything, because trying to salvage Star Wars at this point isn't even trying to close the barn door after the horse is already out. This is literally trying to build a barn for the horse that's been gone for 10 years. Because we already had the sequel trilogy. We already have all that other shit. everything else that's come out in the last now 11 years since Star Wars went under the Disney banner, you can pretend they don't exist and you can refuse to watch them, but that's a bell that cannot be unrung, and it's still there. The Force Awakens is still there. We saw it. The Last Jedi is still there. We all saw it. The Rise of Skywalker is still there. We all saw it. The Acolyte, all the other stuff that Jeff watched, we didn't all see it. He did, though. That stuff is all still there. So somebody could come in and they could literally make episode 10, and it could be a return to what the original trilogy was all about. It could be EU shit. It could be canon, so to speak. It could be this, that, and the other thing, but it still doesn't fix everything because there's been 10 years of all this stuff that we've had crammed down our throats over Star Wars that is still there. It is still in the zeitgeist. It's still in our memories. We still know it exists. And it is still the reason why we are aggravated with the product. And even if we get 3 really awesome sequel trilogy movies, there's still those stains that are there. It's like I said, it's like building a barn for a horse that's been gone for 10 years. It's like, it's there. There's nothing that's going to fix that. It's screwed up. It's broken. It's dead. And it's could be coming back, but it's still not going to be the same because it's all still there.
That's exactly what I said. All these other places that reported on it, when Deadline, Variety, Hollywood Reporter, all these places report on stuff, they tend to have credibility, but they don't anymore, I guess. But you're right. They do not have anything to fix. Let's say she left tomorrow and got shot out of the cannon like we all heard about for years. Or let's say, George Lucas even comes back. What the hell? You got to remember, the fans can keep Star Wars alive, but you do need mainstream audiences to make these movies be profitable and therefore be made. And that ain't happening. Mainstream audiences, it's the worst window of time to not have Star Wars 2 because there's so many things and technology has changed how we consume entertainment. But Star Wars is in the back of all that. Like Wednesday, a show based on the Addams Family, was a bigger cultural milestone than anything on Disney Plus. Like, people still do that stupid dance, and people make that part of their identity. No dude is like, man, I identify as a Mandalorian. Let me hang out with Bo-Katan and Queel. Like, no, we're all embarrassed that we liked this shit as kids because it got bad. Like, and this is me saying it got bad after Jar Jar Binks existed. Like, this isn't just like, hey guys, this is the first time this one thing that used to be great shit the bed. This is, hey guys, remember when like people were making the actor depressed and people were attacking people because those movies were terrible? Like, yeah. Somehow it's worse. So, thankfully, Disney has shit the bed so hard that you got to burn the bed. Like the mattress is sealed. The box springs are rusted.
No, and that's the way it is. I mean, we've talked about it. Even Deanna always says they love the taste of that shotgun, and apparently they still do. And it just doesn't make it doesn't make any financial sense. But I guess because of diversity, equity, and inclusion, they have to keep her because they just it'll look bad if they fire a woman, so they don't want to do that. But it's one of those things where it's like, if regardless of her gender, if she's done a shit job, she has to be fucking fired. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. Even Kevin Feige, I think, should be shot out of the cannon too now for Marvel because they're not moving the needle anymore. It's not happening. They may get that first weekend bump, but that doesn't mean anything if the second weekend is negative 60% or more. It's shit. The only thing that's making money now is their parks barely and their cartoon movies, which are bringing in billions of dollars. That's it. So and they're not even affecting pop culture anymore. They're not a part of it. They're a joke. It's always like, when will the other shoe drop? When will they finally fail? Because I think even a couple weeks ago, Jeff, you guys in the High Council talked about Disney Plus losing 700,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
not 7,000, not 70,000, not it's 700,000. Almost like basically 750,000. Like it's ridiculous. And that
it is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. The whole thing is nuts, and like they don't know what they're doing there at all. Don't know what they're doing.
But I think you always hit the nail on the head with they can't do anything though. So
no, they can't. No, they can't. They can't because they've burned it down beyond, they've burned it down and salted the earth, and nothing will grow there ever again. You literally have to not have Star Wars anything at all for a minimum of 5 years, and then try to bring it back. But it has to be something that is, it has to be dark and grown up. It can't be like this PG-13 kid shit. It has to be grown up and dangerous. It had like they had it with the first season of Mandalorian. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
We all were waiting every week for the new episode, and then the second season happened and they fucked it up immediately.
Yeah, and I'm sad because I was disappointed by episode 9, but at least Mando was decent, and then the next year, woof, I was wrong.
Yeah, and I mean, it was an interesting story because it happened just after, the Empire fell and everything was the Wild West again. And even you had stormtroopers who were still loyal to, some of the old generals and stuff, and they were still working in their outfits and things. It was great. But you had this wonderful story of possibilities and things that could happen and stuff, but then they fucked it up. They fucked it up entirely, and it was terrible.
Well, I just, had to report on the opposite of the story since she's speaking up, but let's hear what else she has to say real quick. I want to hear what her Star Wars orbit is, so I can roll my eyes so hard that it hurts. So, let's see. The first paragraph just talks shit. The next one talks shit. The next one talks shit. And they praise her about being a female. They try to make excuses for Star Wars. And this is Kathleen Kennedy. The truth is, and I want to just say that loud and clear, I'm not retiring. I will never retire from movies. I will die making movies. That is the first thing that is important to say. I am not retiring. What's happening at Lucasfilm is I've been talking for quite some time with Bob and Alan about the eventual succession and what it might look like. We have an amazing bench of people here, and we have every intention of making an announcement month or year down the road, like every week like you normally do. We are in lockstep as to what we're supposed to be doing, and I am continuing. I am producing the Mandalorian movie right now, and I am also producing Sean Levy's movie, which after that I am also continuing to stay at Lucasfilm and looking very thoughtfully at Bob and Alan as to who's stepping in. So it's all underway. We have every right to make the announcement when we want to make it. Man, you even sound like a... Anyway. God, man, see you next Tuesday, lady. You sound like an asshole. Let's see. Before your press coverage sounds like chaos.
Well, I mean, we've heard from people who have worked at Lucasfilm and near her, and even with her, that she goes through assistants every 6 months or something. She has assistants less than a year before they just be like, "Fuck you, lady, we're moving, we're doing something else." Yeah, because she's so much of a bitch on wheels. So nobody wants to work with her. She's a bitch on
tank treads.
Yeah, yeah. Jeez.
I don't know. Should I even make a video about this, or should I just fulfill Wokebusters? I don't even want to fucking make content about this.
No, because everybody's gonna make a video about it tomorrow. So do the toy stuff, and go mail people their books, because the books are awesome and people deserve to have them in their hands right now.
Yeah, folks, I can't fix Star Wars for you, but I can sure as hell make fun of it. So what you guys need to do is you just need to subscribe to the channel, because Kathleen Kennedy is in Stealing Solo too. Not a joke. She's in there. J.J. Abrams is in there. Bob Iger is in there. So you guys are going to love it. And yeah, this is Wokebusters Gold, RJ. Wokebusters is gold. I wanted to make the book out of gold, but do you realize how much it would have cost to print every page on gold, actual gold? I could have done one book and then been broke for a millennium. But
yeah, but I mean, if you'd have sold that one book, would have cleared a lot for sure.
Buddy?
Yeah, he would have sold it for the same price he paid for it, if not less, because that's how, moving gold works. No, here's what you should do. If you're going to make a video about this, it's real easy. It's like a 30-second video where you just post screenshot, little headlines of everybody going hard in the paint about Kathleen Kennedy turning, leaving. And then you just post this one right here, and you just look at the camera and be like, yeah, we could have told you this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because we know, we've been saying this for a long time. She's never going anywhere. She's never going to get fired. She's never going to quit. She's never going to go away, because in her mind, what she's doing is the right thing. And in the minds of the people that could theoretically fire her, she's doing what she's supposed to be doing, and everything is working the way they want it to work. So as long as people keep showing up and chucking money at anything that says Star Wars on it, she ain't going anywhere because in their mind they're still being successful. So stop buying anything Star Wars. That's the first step.
Shit.
Is, like tomorrow they want you to do an economic blackout, and I'm going to do my part. I'm going to go to Costco. I'm going to go to Walmart. I'm going to buy some shit on Amazon. Essentially, I'm going to do my part in that crusade. But what you could do is your part in the crusade of just stop buying anything Star Wars. I haven't bought anything Star Wars related in
don't buy
a shitload of time. So
don't buy anything Disney either.
I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna. My economic blackout was gonna be, I'm gonna probably spend almost $1,000 on the United States Postal Service, and that's how I'm gonna not spend money. Fuck it, I'm going to spend money. I'm gonna go to Chipotle too, and I'm gonna stop over. And what else should I buy tomorrow, Nick?
Chipotle, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm gonna go
Walmart.
to Costco and buy a television, a
There you
fucking
go.
big one too, and just put it right
Best
here over my
Buy.
toys. Yeah, my Best Buy went out of business.
Oh God. Target. There you go. Target's a good one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just look up the list of economic blackouts that we're supposed to be doing over the next couple weeks and just buy shit from those places.
Which I mean is like their sentiment is the sentiment is nice, but like a day is not going to make a fucking difference. I'm sorry.
Correct.
And
Well-
and like I like the idea of like don't go to the big retailers and spend money there and try to find local stuff or whatever and do it. But the problem is, like I said in the chat, is that Americans, all of us we love convenience and we love getting things right now from the place down the street, and we don't want to go too far. And to find the mom and pop shop that has whatever you need is going to take a while and research, and then it might be too far and might cost too much. So like,
It's very easy for me to go. I could go and look it up and find out where to buy, X, Y, Z tomorrow somewhere in Las Vegas. Or I can go on to Amazon, find it for cheaper, push a couple buttons, and there's a chance at the big Amazon warehouse up the highway here, they have it. And I could have it tomorrow anyway and get free shipping and without having to do anything other than go to work and come home.
Yeah, you could have it in hours. You could have it in hours.
We talk about these things all the time. Society evolves, civilization evolves, things evolve. Mom and pops are great. I will never say anything negative about that. However, economically, as a society, we have evolved to the point where, unfortunately, mom and pops just don't work anymore. I mean, there was even an episode of King of the Hill that featured that, Jeff, when
Eggy went back to bagging. People actually do care about prices, and that's why Piggly Wiggly's going out of, or their Piggly Wiggly's putting Pink and White out of business.
Yeah, and when Hank quit got fed up with Strickland propane and left, and he went to that mom and pop shop and got his charcoal and all that stuff, and
Whoa!
And Ma yelled at Pa about saving pennies and pennies and this and that. Unfortunately, that's the reality we live in. The days of mom and pop shops are gone, just like the days of fins on the back of your Corvair are gone and things like that. It's just we don't live in that world anymore, and it's Leave It to Beaverland doesn't exist. So shopping local is great. I will never tell people not to do it, but trying to tell people they should do just that to try to really stick it to the big businesses, it's not going to work. You're not going to get everybody to just quit going to Costco. It's just
you're not. And that's the thing. It's not going to happen. And like, for instance, like let's say there's a farm, 30 minutes down the road that you can buy eggs from. Let's say that they're going to be more expensive. They might not have, a dozen or whatever you need all the time. And you're not going to keep driving 30 minutes down the road to up and maybe down some dirt road to go buy eggs from some dude at a farm and then come back. That's not going to happen.
Add to that if there is farms somewhere in your area that does make lots and lots of eggs, guess who one of their distributors probably is? The Costco or the Walmart or places like that, because people that do these things, that have farms and things like that, they're not selling directly to you. They're not posted up on the corner of Rural Route 6 and Rural Route 12. Yeah, they're not posted up out there trying to sell you their wares. They might have a stand for the Nimrods that think that's how they do it, but those people are selling through wholesalers that take it and they sell it to the big box. So you're an idiot if you think that supporting the small business and or supporting the farms is the only way to, strike a blow against Costco, because even if you were to successfully strike a blow against like a Costco or Walmart or something like that, or your local chain grocery like a Smith's or an Albertsons, they buy from local people anyway, because it's a whole lot easier to get that shit from up the highway and drive it an hour down the highway than get it from 5 hours away. So
Yeah, or from China.
I just don't want to hurt. I don't look at Costco's not that bad in the grand scale of things. They pay their employees well. It's kind of a hassle sometimes to go to Costco, but the free samples.
Everybody goes to Costco too. That's my hatred of going to Costco. There's only one Costco in the area, and there's no matter what time of day you go there, there's all sorts of people there. If I go to the Sam's, and there's one specific one that I like to go to, if I go there like right when they open on a Saturday at like 8 o'clock in the morning with my, premium membership, because
whoa. Stop flexing so hard, all right? Jesus,
hey, hurts, bro. I got a big time every now and then. If I go there with that, there's hardly anybody there. But if I wait an hour and go at 9 o'clock when, the plebs can come in too, it's still not that busy. But if I go to Costco, since there's only like one Costco in the entire area, there's people lined up around the side of the building before they even open to get into Costco.
Jesus.
So I'm like, no matter what time of day. And of course, the wife always wants to go at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday.
Oh,
like,
my God.
Are you kidding me? I hate it. I hate it so much. But you know what? I do like Costco because they got a lot of really good shit that Sam's doesn't have.
Like that big TV I'm going to put on my whole wall.
Yeah, there you go.
My Sam's is like a demilitarized zone. I went in there with.
Oh shit! It's like that.
The Sam's Club near me, they gutted an old Walmart.
Oh my God!
It's like it's nice enough. The food is all safe and healthy looking, but there's a Costco like 2 blocks over, and it's newer, and it's way better in every way. Like they didn't renovate an old building; they built a new building.
Yeah, well, if you have the Costco membership, you can also go to the business center as well, and they have like stuff they have even more stuff in bulk you can get.
Buddy, I have the presidential membership to Costco. The black.
I am sorry. I didn't realize I was a $2 on this fucking podcast. Me and peasants over here. What
big
the fuck?
Ballin' in big box retailer stores. You don't know who the fuck we are anymore, do you?
If we did not already have the same
team is this.
Yeah, if we didn't already have the Sam's Plus membership in this house, when the wife decided we needed a Costco membership, we would have got the Costco presidential, big baller membership. But I'm like, oh no, we already pay $100 for this one. We're only going to pay $35 for that one. We're not spending $100 on both.
I may or may not be an early investor in Amazon, so I can talk about these things with expertise.
I don't think you are.
Dude, if I was an early investor in Amazon, we would have never met because I wouldn't have started working cons. So I would have been like, you know what? I'm going to go on a beach and just collect 20%.
You know what? And that would have been fine. That would have been entirely fine.
But if I inherited a bunch of like that kind of money, I'd be like, guys, Kendo, how much does it cost for you to quit your job? Like, I would want a number.
I had this conversation the other day because the kids were asking me if somebody gave me $1 million, would I quit working? I said yes, because I can make it work off of that. Yeah. Then they asked me if I'd do it for $500,000, and I said no, because that's not enough. Then they asked me if I'd do it for $1,000, to which I said I make that in like 3 days, so no. It would have to be at least $1 million, because if you give it to me 100% cash money, no taxes. Mm-hmm. I think that I know how to invest it enough to be able to live off the interest and pay for all the stuff we need to pay for. So, give me $1 million. I'm done.
All right. That's your number. Dion gets half that. Nick, you get double that.
Now, to be fair, if you're gonna give me the $1 million, you should give Dion at least $600,000.
Oh, we're still back in the 1800s numbers. Okay.
I was about to say, I know what math you're doing, Kendo.
To be fair, I'm arguing to give him more money. So it's not
Fair enough. Now, should we give him like non-adjusted for inflation money? Like, he gets like $1 million, but it's like we're only that much in 1866 or today, but in 1866 it's worth whatever. The other way, you know what I mean? Anyway.
Yeah. Sure, why
Dion,
not?
enjoy your trip to Florida. That's where Dion is tonight, folks. He is downtown.
And he told us about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Because
hey guys,
apparently
I'm getting on a plane. Okay. Why are you talking to us now?
You plan trips to Florida with your family a day in advance. So maybe he won money. I don't know.
No, he didn't. He'd already spent it. Those kids need Sonic the Hedgehog shoes and shit. He
Oh
takes
my
good care of them.
god.
Fair.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. That's
Oh, he's a
important.
great
That's important.
dad.
That's important. That's important. Yeah.
He's a bad golfer though. But he's a good cook. But he's a shitty bowler. Oh my god, that guy's a terrible bowler.
I love how he's batted the two sports that like drinking is required.
Right.
Yeah. They're also very white sports. I know Tiger Woods is like one of the most well-known golfers ever, but he's only half black. Come on, Dion.
Yeah, but there's no famous black bowlers.
But there are a lot of famous black ballers.
Last I checked, though, based on a documentary I saw once, Tiger Woods got drafted by the Asians. Or no, he did get drafted.
Goodbye fried rice, hello fried chicken. For sure.
Yeah. So he is 100% black. He got drafted by the blacks because the Wu-Tang Clan is actually Asian. So there you go.
The black delegation did get him. I stand corrected.
Yes.
We the black delegation. Most Def was funny.
So he is 100. He is fully black, and apparently Condoleezza Rice and Colin Powell are the only people the white guys could get. So,
sir, according to that documentary, her name is Cunnilingus Rice. Cunnilingus Rice. Ew, yeah, that'd be gross. Ooh.
Yeah.
I had a visual of that. Ugh. Anyway, let's talk about the image that's on screen right here. Because, folks, we're not going to spend like a bunch of time talking about this specific pay-per-view. Kendo, have you seen that the numbers are so bad for WrestleMania tickets?
No, but I can believe it.
Because they're goddamn prohibitively expensive.
Yes, I even looked at. So SeatGeek is where I get my tickets from. Granted, folks, they are not sponsoring this podcast. So we are not telling you to use them. You will get no fucking discount if you use any code involving our names.
Code Curtis Lindenfield gets you nothing.
Yeah, because that's where I've been, purchasing tickets. If you're still listening, we got front row for the trucks, we got front row for the Busch Series, and I'm working on getting us front rows. Although there's a teacher bonus that if I can get really cheap tickets, we'll just go sit in the front row because we were there back in October and we sat in the front row and nobody came to even try to fill that row up. So I might get us the cheapies so that way we can try to sit in the front row for the cup race. Anyway, I digress. So if I go back and I look up the WrestleMania here in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. Technically, it's in Paradise, Nevada, but we don't talk about these things. WrestleMania 2-day pass right now at, I forgot where it's, Allegiant Stadium. I almost said at the MGM Grand. That's not where it's at.
This is not the WCW.
No. Right now, you're looking at $1,287 for section 128, row 35. But you're only going to it's a limited view, and it doesn't have a great deal score. So you can sit in the lower bowl for almost $1,300 right now.
Now that's terrible because limited view is one of the best kept secrets in tickets because we went to 3 WrestleManias in a row with limited view. We sat maybe 20 feet from the stage. So like when Stone Cold came out in Texas and he did the Stone Cold salute on the stage, we could see his face. The only thing you don't see in limited view is the front of the stage, but you could see the whole ring and you could be super close. But dude, when those tickets went on sale initially, it was $2,000 to sit in the back row, the nosebleeds. That was before the $500 Ticketmaster upcharge. There is no way, no chance in hell. Let's make it referential. There's no chance in hell of people paying that. And that's why, according to this report I had seen, there's less than 60 days until WrestleMania. They're selling roughly 45,000 tickets, which is a struggle for them because the stadium can hold 65,000 before it expands to the field space, which is 72,000. So I've been watching since 1999. They have never had this problem. Ever in my entire fandom because I go back to these shows. I got to get on Ticketmaster the second it goes live because the tickets sell out in minutes, and then they go WrestleMania sold out in a day. It doesn't sell out anymore, and if you watch the commercials, they're trying to sell you the tickets this late in the game. I think we've reached. Everybody talks about corporate greed. We've talked about it too, but it's like with Disney, Star Wars, and these other things. It's a company that doesn't understand their audience. So now we have the Elimination Chamber coming up, and they want to tout, oh, we have ticket sales and record-breaking profits, but people aren't watching as much. And the Netflix deal is not a bust or anything like that, but the metrics are showing that less people watch Raw every week, and I find it difficult to watch Raw. So I think the WWE is going to be not imploding, but they're going to have some problems in the near future. What do you think, Kendo?
Well, I mean, before we get into that, Jeff, I said, Jeff, you could sit 12 rows back from behind the announcers for the paltry sum, the very, very minimal fee, payment of $6,637. Second
Not worth
hand.
it.
Jesus Christ, man.
You could sit, non-hard cam side for 76 hundo in row 13 on the floor. So yeah, you could. Dude, what's a kidney going for these days, Jeff? How much does this really mean to you? Because I'm saying, if you were really a real fan of wrestling and a real fan of your streak, you would do everything necessary. Sell blood and semen. It doesn't matter at this point. You need to pull out all stops. But with that said,
the real reason why I'm not gonna even try to go is the reason I didn't buy tickets is nobody else was gonna go with me. I think I'm going to go to Las Vegas by my fucking self.
Well, you wouldn't technically be by yourself.
You know what I mean, though, like the WrestleMania and like we'd hang out, but you wouldn't go.
You would be at that by yourself because even with me being a local, I was like, oh shit, we could get to Allegiant. It's 20 minutes away. It would be us driving there and me dropping out, going, see you, Jeff, I'll pick you up after the show because I ain't fucking paying for that to go. I don't know, man. I'm really, really curious to see what ends up happening with this WrestleMania after the ticket sales go through because I cannot fathom how people are spending this much money on these tickets. And I would love to see what the ticket prices are going to look like in a month and the day of, all that stuff, to see if the market bottoms out and people are just selling them for what they paid for them or less to try to recoup some kind of loss. But yeah, it's like – you want people, I see it posted on the internet, people like trying to dunk on WWE because the Raw's numbers are down to like 2 million views, something like that. To which I'm like, well, again, you're on Netflix. 2, that's streaming numbers, so they're not counting it like the next day or the day after that, like a Nielsen or anything like that. It is like what was streamed over the course of the week. I do think that some people are taking advantage of the fact that Raw, they can watch it non-live. Like even if they you could have DVR'd it before, but to skip through all the commercials and the bullshit. Yeah, what's up, buddy? Hi. And you could just, not have to watch all the silliness. You could watch the wrestling. But at the end of the day, it's like I don't see how this is really going to go and build an audience, but I also think it's going to be more of a status quo types thing because Raw's numbers weren't that good before they went to Netflix compared to previous. SmackDowns weren't that good, but at the same time, I don't see them getting better. I don't really see them getting worse. Like I said, it's more of a status quo thing at this point. It's becoming even more niche of an audience.
Yeah, because of the money that's required to be a fan, and like like you guys said before, they don't know their audience and how much how much disposable income they really have to spend. Because
exactly.
it's even going to get harder for them to watch Raw if the price of Netflix keeps going up. It's going to get difficult for them.
Well, we just downgraded our Netflix to the $8 a month with ads. Ads aren't even that bad. I got a little aggravated with the ads during like Cobra Kai because like right in the middle of something big about to happen, it cuts to an ad like in the middle of said scene. Yeah. But it was only like a 30-second ad, so it wasn't anything that I would like lose my mind over. Luckily for Netflix, I am somebody that watches, if I do watch TV, it's typically sports. So I'm used to ads because that's just kind of comes with the territory. You watch football, baseball, hockey, not so much soccer because they don't really run commercials during the game. Because I can't. Yeah. You get kind of used to it. So like it's just like, oh, an ad's on. Do this for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, or whatever, and get back to the show. But I feel like if you had Raw and you had Netflix and you went to watch Raw, they still show commercials during Raw, even if you have commercial less Netflix. So if you're one of those people as a wrestling fan, like I don't really care for Netflix, there's nothing on there, but I want to watch Raw. I will open, or I'll get it for $7.99 or whatever it is, and I will watch that, and I can handle commercials. So I got to watch them anyway.
Well, it's weird when I upgraded my Netflix and forgot to downgrade it because of Beverly Hills Cop 4. I was so excited. I was like, I got to see this in 4K. Because it wasn't coming out the theater, so I wanted to make it like a big deal.
Yeah,
and I never downgraded. And so I want to. I just keep forgetting. And Netflix Raw is weird because it doesn't run commercials on the 4K premium version. It goes to Jackie Redmond and it goes to it's nonstop. It's really a weird experience because it's like when they cut for commercial break on TV, it comes right back and they just do promos or the matches never stop. It's kind of cool, but it's also kind of weird because you never get that moment like, man, I got to take a leak or let me go get some nachos or something. No, it's like, oh shit, I missed something. And yeah, you can pause it, but I'm still of the era of like when a live sport is on or sports entertainment, it's very hard for me to pause it. I would rather just like try to be quick because it's part of the appeal of live TV. Like, oh man, it's live, I can't miss it. Now it's like, whatever. And I don't even watch SmackDown. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and it's strange because it seems like they're slowly trying to price out their audience, and like at some point they might, especially with the Netflix thing. Because I think Peacock is a lot less, but not all is all their stuff on Peacock as well. It streams through Peacock.
Yeah,
it used to be. They took off all of Raw, Kendo. All of Raw's Wars off Peacock, and it sucks too because I wanted to watch the This Is Your Life Rock segment about a month ago, and I'm like, all right, Peacock. You go to Raw, it just doesn't. It's not there. Like SmackDown, all the other shit, it's still there.
Jeez, man. Having stuff across other platforms is stupid, and I fucking hate it. It's all of this stuff, all of this streaming bullshit is terrible. I hate that physical keeps getting dunked on, but nobody wants to deal with it, and they just want to keep. They think streaming is good because it's convenient, and it's fucking terrible.
Streaming's the worst thing because people think it's great, and it really isn't.
No, because you want to watch the thing that the thing you're like, oh, I want to watch this old movie, and then it's like, oh, you have to rent it for $15 fucking off Prime. Why?
That's the worst thing.
Yeah, like it's just in that case, it's just easier for me to have the 4K or the Blu-ray disc in my place if it's a movie I really love and I want to have it and I want to watch it. It's just easier for me to do that.
Oh, dude,
The
thing I also like about the 4K box sets isn't just like the superior picture quality. I love all the little bonus things. Like, oh man, I got my Lone Ranger's keychain, or one of my favorite discs is my 4K version of American Psycho, because when you take off the slipcover, it's Patrick Bateman pulling off the skin mask.
Oh yeah,
and then it slides back down.
That was I think that was the old DVD cover. They did that for the old DVD cover as well. Yeah, they did the old DVD cover as well.
Don't look at it, Nick. Eat it. I'm talking about those nachos that I got during Monday Night Raw. YouTube. What did you think I was talking about?
But back when they were good. I know we're getting a couple of those returning with 4K because you can put multiple versions of the movie on there now. I've been staring at the American Pie box sets, and like they have the unrated versions on there. As long with the theatrical, so I might get a bunch of those.
I want to buy those when they're like $20 because I want to see American Pie in 4K, but I also don't want to spend like $34.99 on American Pie in 4K. I'm sorry, I'm a big time collector, but I ain't paying full price unless I have to.
Fair enough. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we did do American Pie drunken commentary on our Patreon. Go sign up or whatever. You'll be able to watch the full movie and hear us drunkenly talk about all the shit about it. It's fun,
folks. We are also we're lining up our anniversaries. We have obviously we're gonna do Back to the Future. We're gonna be hitting up GoldenEye later in the year. We're gonna hit all the big ones, but we are gonna hit some of those other fun ones where we can drink. You can watch the movie with us. We can turn it into a little bit of party. So, by the way, Lex in the chat, Patrick Bateman was actually an influence on the WCBs business card. As you can see right here, it has a spot gloss finish, and it features raised, rounded edges, and all the WCBs guys. Not made of bone, but it's very nice. Or colored bone, but
Yeah.
Now let's get this thing on screen to talk about. We got this thing on screen, excuse me. We're talking about Elimination Chamber. There are 5 matches on the show. There is the unsanctioned match, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Kendo, who do you think wins?
Kevin Owens.
Same. We got Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus, which is like childhood and adult me really having a great time, versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Who do you got winning?
Refrigerator Jackson, Candice LeRae, because Tiffy time's busy for WrestleMania, so they got to give the refrigerator something to do. So I think you're going to get a Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax match.
I don't want to see that. I hope the Big Bag of Love loses, but I'm pulling for Tiffy time because she's hot and Trish because it's Trish Stratus. I'm a very deep man. I swear I am. I'm a writer, but sometimes I'm just a man. Anyway, Women's Elimination Chamber match. Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Naomi, Roxanne Perez versus Liv Morgan. Who do you think wins this one, Kendo?
All right, so Tiffy time's carrying one of the women's belts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to be fighting against Ric Flair's daughter, Charlotte.
Ugh. Or her son, Reed, excuse me.
Whatever.
She's a transgender dinosaur as well.
Something like that. Who's got the other women's belt?
Rhea
Ripley. Fuck. Yeah, Rhea Ripley. I'm stupid.
She's awesome.
That. So who in this group would be best to go up against? I'm going to say Alexa Bliss just came back, so it's going to be her.
That's the only one I want to see because I don't care about Bianca Belair. She's got the Jade Cargill story. Naomi's got that story. And Roxanne Perez is cool, but whatever. And then Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley fought for like a year. So it's got to be either Bayley or Alexa Bliss. And I'm always cool to see Bayley, but...
Billy was in the title picture last year, so
I just like
I'm going to say... Yeah, I know. I'm just going to say Alexa Bliss. She... Big time, long time return. They're going to give it to her, and they're going to put the rocket on her to go after Rhea Ripley.
I like it.
Because... So Rhea Ripley is this goth, evil, like dark princess thing. So the whole idea of Alexa Bliss being with the Wyatt Six, this is going to have them bring her along to go against Rhea for WrestleMania. So there you go. That gives them something to do.
Well, there's also the men's chamber, which features John Cena, CM Punk. What year is this? Damian Priest, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and the internet's favorite asshole, Logan Paul. Who wins this, Kendo?
CM Punk wins this by pinning John Cena.
And so then it's CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes at the Elimination Chamber or at WrestleMania?
Yes.
Now, The Rock is going to seek an answer from Cody Rhodes. What do you think I love The Rock. Folks, I literally have 2 shelves dedicated to shit with The Rock on it. I do not want to see The Rock like during this WrestleMania push at all. Like I said, love the wrestler The Rock. Childhood hero, all that good stuff doesn't change, but goddamn, dude. I always preface it, folks, when I say, like, when I am saying, like, The Rock should just chill out for a minute, there's literally nobody else that wants to see him more than me, besides himself, obviously. And he and Cody Rhodes, The Rock is not Vince McMahon. All right? I know that The Rock thinks he's going to come in and do this fucking thing with his arm that he always does and cut a promo about how he's happy to be in this city and this and that. And then he wants to cut a heel promo. Like, it's the most disjointed crap. I wish that The Rock would, like, I don't know, get COVID for 2 weeks, miss this show, then get ready for WrestleMania, get sick again, miss WrestleMania, and then just go, fuck it, I'm done. And then just not make movies, just retire. I don't give a shit. I really do not want to see this story played out because it keeps stretching out shit from 2 years ago. Like, I love a good long story, but the first word was good. The Cody Rhodes story has always been kind of shit. Because last year I went on that tangent about him, and now the next year he hasn't done anything better. Personally, I feel like I've been proven right about his title reign. Not that great. Wrestling really fell off this past year.
Yeah, I agree. I really hope we're not getting a Rock Cody Rhodes match.
Yeah, I don't want it. It's nothing to do with me not going to that WrestleMania. It's the Cody fan base doesn't know wrestling history. And the modern people just don't care. They think that like 2015 on is all that exists of wrestling. And they don't understand a lot of this shit. And wrestling is booked for them because that's the majority of the people now. And I really don't want to watch bad writing for The Rock. I really don't want to watch bad writing for the main event. This is WrestleMania. I watch this show annually in person because I'm a fan of this stuff. It's it's like going to a concert, you know? It's a big deal for 1 or 2 nights. You have a good time. But wrestling's falling off for me, dude. And it's getting to a point where this is the new version, and I might fall off of wrestling and just stop being a fan. Because I'm just bored. Like, I hate watching Raw. I don't give a shit about anything. It's kind of hard for me to sit down and really enjoy these shows. And I know people in the chat, they talk about wrestling being hokey and stuff. It is hokey now. But it used to be the coolest thing on the planet. And last year it was pretty goddamn good. And now, I don't want The Rock versus Roman Reigns, The Rock versus Cody Rhodes. I just don't. Unless I want to like watch The Rock do something cool, like I don't really need to see The Rock put somebody over again because I've been a fan for 25 years and the whole career's been putting people over. And this whole like final boss gimmick, like Kendo, they released the video game intro. And you know me, I'm like, I'm gonna play The Rock day one. His entrance is 4 minutes long. It is the most overblown, like fellatio ever. I was like, so I actually paused to look at the seek bar because I was like, is this gonna end soon? And that's all WrestleMania is, and The Rock is. It's just like, I gotta talk. Mama Rhodes. Like, bro, you haven't had a good catchphrase since before boots to asses. Please stop with this shit. Anyway, Kendo, I've been going on. I can't believe I'm ranting on The Rock. Love the dude, but Jesus.
It's one of those things that he is one of the biggest names in the history of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, he's kind of becoming a parody of himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Jericho at this point, but without the wrestling. So, like last year, when they brought him back for the Build to Mania, it made sense. He hadn't been around for a while. Roman was calling himself the head of the table, the tribal chief, this, that, and they got that whole Samoan thing going. They played it out. They did it. It's over. But now he's back for the Build to WrestleMania again. It's like, you're not going to get people to shell out the money for the tickets just on the idea or the thought that The Rock is going to show up at WrestleMania and cut a promo. We're past that. It's not going to happen. And as was mentioned, and I saw somebody say the same thing, if you're getting tired of The Rock as one of the biggest Rock fans that could exist, what is everybody that's not that big of a Rock fan going through now with The Rock just constantly injecting himself into everything going on?
Bro, I have to watch classic matches when I watch wrestling sometimes to remind myself of why I'm the biggest fan of this shit, like this specific one. Because I, like, this, we're watching the pay-per-view on Sunday because Phil's got to work a wrestling show, and so we're all going to get together on Sunday to watch. But, like, I am not pumped to go watch The Rock cut a long-ass promo. Do I want to meet The Rock and get an autograph? I don't know even anymore. I'm just kind of, like, burnt out where it's like, oh, great. It's The Rock. I wish everybody out there, though, I will say this, though, Kendo, I have a little bit of schadenfreude. Because everybody out there that's, like, tired of The Rock, now you people know how I felt about John Cena. And now you love him because, oh, he's retiring. Dude, that retirement angle has been pretty lame, too. I don't think he's winning the belt, ever. And that's fine. He shouldn't at this point in his career. But they built this as the biggest thing ever, and he doesn't show up very often. It's kind of like all the criticisms people made of The Rock all those years ago. He's barely here. He's a part-timer. And now you people bitch, I want the part-timer in the main event because he was my childhood. It's like really hypocritical on your part. And then again, I get it. We're all fans. My childhood favorite's still around, much to my chagrin. But I just think wrestling's in a really bad place to a point where you can't fix this because you either have one part TKO politics where it's a certain corporate style. You get no-name celebrities that show up. All they do is pat themselves in the back of how big they are, how grandiose everything is, and it's never grandiose and it never lives up to the hype. It's overly expensive. It's prohibitively expensive for people that really want to go because they don't understand their audience. And overall, it's pretty boring. Like, change up the roster, do something, spice it up. All the drafts they do nothing. There's so many, and I like a lot of these guys. I think the wrestlers, and the women too, and I'm not trying to sound politically correct, I think the women today are much more entertaining to watch than they were 25 years ago. And yes, I loved TNA, the tag team. And yes, I loved the bra and panties matches as a kid. And oh yeah, maybe not the gravy or the mud match or the Trish Stratus barking like, well, she was half, never mind. Anyway, it's a long story short. My point is, the talent is very good. But the product could be done better because it's written like it's a goddamn movie, which it's not. It's not sports. It's not theater. It's like a weird soap opera. But they stretch this out and they try to make it so epic, but it's boring. Because like Roman Reigns, I'm not going to bitch about him anymore, but it takes like 7 minutes for that dude to walk to the ring. That shit is all. I hate long entrances in wrestling. Everybody, but it's the big fight feel, Jeff. It's not even a fight. It's a fight, dude. It's Kendo. How do you feel about this? Are you just tired of it too, or is it just me? Like,
No, I am too, because I don't even watch the weekly product anymore. I couldn't tell you the last time that I watched it week to week to week to week. I don't even probably won't even watch Elimination Chamber. I watched Royal Rumble. Before that, it was probably SummerSlam, maybe.
That was not a good SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's just I'm out again for the most part. It's not to the point where I got out when I got out the first time I quit watching wrestling. Now I still tune it back in occasionally, but I'm just not as interested anymore because I don't have my time is limited on the things I can do that I want to do and watch, and wrestling doesn't fit into that. But yes, even with that, it's like if The Rock's introduction on a video game is 4 fucking minutes, that is too long because it's a video game. But yes, Roman's entrance being like 5 7. I mean, The Undertaker's the first one that had this big, long, huge take.
But he
forever
deserves
entrance.
it.
But yes, but his was different. His had the mystique and the aura and all that other stuff that went with it. And now they're trying to reduplicate that with other people, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work with Roman Reigns. Yes, I get it's the big fight feel and everything like that, but at the end of the day, it's a scripted fight. The outcome is chosen for us at a time that it's supposed to happen, as opposed to an actual fight, which you don't know what the ending is going to be or when it's coming. But yeah, I don't know. They need to, and that's one of the reasons why I hate AEW and I rail on it so much is they need to go back to a sports-based presentation. AEW was supposed to be that, but they're anything but. And WWE is the furthest thing from that at this point of a sports-based presentation. This is just it's the South Park episode of wrestling, of what wrestling is to them, with just the promos and the stories that mean nothing and matter nothing and make no sense. That is where we're
Not
at.
real wrestling.
Yeah, we are literally. That's where we're at. We're in the part where I see people saying shit about it all the time about, oh, Raw, it's 2 hours and there's like 3 matches. I'm like, yeah, that gets fucking old quick.
I saw somebody comment on how wrestling used to be exciting because the wrestlers were the big deal, but now everything's so there's no superstars, just the brand. And that really hurts. Like, that's why, folks, if you ever hear me talk about branding and kind of have a negative association with it, it's because I used to like the WWF a lot, and it was always the superstars. It was exciting, and then it became the brand, the universe, the shit. Like, I hate Vince McMahon underneath it all, and it's nothing to do with his proclivities. He's as bad of a businessman as he is a good businessman. I've gone back and been watching some stuff like post Benoit death, and some of that is just garbage. And I get it, you're trying to make excuses because you feel like, oh, I did this shit. But, and by the way, I think the way he always acted made him look guiltier than he actually was on things. Because it's like, why are you involved with these things, Vince? Why are you making an excuse? Nick, I know you don't watch wrestling much, but you've heard us bitching about it for a while. Are you surprised that we've gone about face so hard over the last couple weeks?
Yeah. I am, because I mean, you guys, I think the last year and a half or so you guys have been praising it because of the change, because Vince disappeared. But it seems like you're turning back, and I mean, it's just, I mean, look, like, you have been going to so many WrestleManias over the years. It's been ridiculous, and this is the first year I think. Yeah, this is the first year I think you're not going to actually get a chair or a seat and be at the event.
Yep.
And that speaks volumes to me because one of our first trips was driving down to Florida to go to wrestling.
Yeah.
And one of the second, that was 2 of our trips. Was that one, and then New Orleans, which was both were fucking like
It's
the
going
best.
to New Orleans next year.
Yeah, well, we should just go.
We were just going to New Orleans. No, we all were talking like, let's just go to New Orleans during WrestleMania weekend, and if we go to WrestleMania, we do. If not, we're in New Orleans.
Well, I mean, we can always do the tickets for the bullshit around it, whatever the hell that stuff is, and
fan
be there.
access.
Yeah, fan access. Yeah, but then we can always get like an Airbnb or a hotel with like a TV or Wi-Fi and just watch on the TV and just drink beers and eat food, and not have to worry about like parking and getting in there, walking out, all the other bullshit. If we want our belts and our shirts, we go get it at fan access, and then we're done. That's it.
Oh, I don't buy those title belts. Who am I? I'm the guy that always says, if you're going to carry a belt around, you should defend it. I'm not going to defend a belt, so like, I'm a hypocrite if I carry a belt around.
Well, no, I'm saying, but some people like what I'm saying is just buy to buy to own it, not to carry it around and be one of those guys.
I will say Dan has a wing eagle, and I thought that was awesome. And while I don't want to buy one myself, if the price was right, if it was the old school Intercontinental title from the early 90s with the white strap on it, I would buy it. I wouldn't carry it around. I would, put it up in my house as a display. I might carry it around the house, looking like a fucking tool bag to my wife and kids. But, neither one of them are going to be able to challenge me and take it away from me.
Calm down, Benoit.
What theme song are you going to be walking around your house to?
I don't own a Bowflex.
Yet.
Clearly you don't.
I think and I would say if it's like now, due to my recent gum chewing habit, I would do the Mr. Perfect one just so I could spit the gum out and swat it. Because up until I was about 25 years old, that's how I got rid of all my gum, was by just spitting it out and swatting it. And then I stopped chewing gum. And now I chew gum again regularly because it's helping me not snack on things. Down 20 pounds since the start of the year. And,
hey, good for you, buddy. Good for you.
Yeah. I'm not. That's why I'm on the light beer. This is the first time I've drank all week, and so I would probably just walk around to the Mr. Perfect one just to go and just swat it, and then eventually I would turn into the Hitman theme, and if I have a really really bad night, then it'll be the Benoit theme. So that's what we'll do.
I did my annual watch. I don't know if I've ever said this on the show, but every year during the road to WrestleMania, I always watch the WrestleMania 20 main event. Not because I'm trying to ironically watch Chris Benoit or praise him, because I didn't really like him in life when he was around, so I don't have any different opinion in death.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's the best kind of pure wrestling match, and I put it on this morning when I was doing my stuff. And I was hooked, and I watched some Elimination Chambers afterwards. The first one, I think, still the best one. And I was watching these other matches, and I kept thinking to myself, Jeff, you're sabotaging yourself for this weekend because nothing you watch is going to live up to this. And it's not that I want to watch people kill themselves in painful wrestling matches. And it's not like I'm trying to see blood and tits every week on these shows. I just want something that's interesting enough to keep me watching, and I don't want it to feel like a damn commercial. Wrestling is essentially, wrestling used to be a nice sports car with a branded license plate and maybe a couple bumper stickers or something. Now it's just a NASCAR full of ads. That's all it is. It's just one big commercial.
Okay. So you clearly at some point, we're probably you guys are just going to stop watching wrestling or stop caring about it. What's one sport you wish that they would bring to you would have access to watch, or something weird that you think that would be good to get into?
Naked female bodybuilding.
That's one. Let's see. I already watched football. I already watched soccer. I already watched baseball. I already watched hockey. I've tried to get into basketball, but that's not happening. College basketball, yes, because they actually play defense and they actually blow the whistle when somebody travels or double dribbles, unlike the NBA. I do watch rugby on occasion. I'm just going to go with kabaddi. And if you don't know what that is, you look it up. It is an extremely bizarre South Asian type of sport in which it's like a capture the flag / tag thing. And you are not allowed to breathe when you're in the attacking zone or something crazy like that.
That's fucking weird.
It's one of those things that when Lunchbox and I were working at the Sears, that's how long ago this was, and we were hawking the new satellites with DVRs. That's how long ago this was.
Oh, jeez.
We had a global sports channel as part of the Dish Network. That's how long ago this was. Package that had global sports, and one of them was a sports from around the world that you may have never heard of. And we got to spend an entire Saturday watching kabaddi for about 9 hours. And we're like, holy shit, this is the most bizarre, crazy, wild sport out there. This is capture the flag and tag, and you're not allowed to take breaths in the attacking zone. This is the craziest thing ever. And we were hooked. And then, within a month, the display went away, and we didn't get to watch kabaddi anymore. So I'm going to go with that.
Sounds fun. I know.
How do you spell it?
Kabaddi? Let me see if I can look it up.
Oh, there I found it. Kabaddi. There we go. Full contact team sport where players try to tag opponents without breathing out. What? It's so weird.
Yeah.
That
So
is
like,
strange.
if you're gonna go into the attacking zone, you gotta go, and then you can't breathe out while you're in the attacking zone.
That
You
is
gotta
weird.
wait.
That is strange.
You gotta run back across the touch line of safety to be able to go.
That is crazy. God,
It's
what
an
did I
Indian
see?
sport that raided the heart of this journalist. Let me read her article later.
Yeah, there was one thing I saw where it was like an octagon, but there were two guys in like knight armor and real swords, and they were just bashing the shit out of each other.
Oh,
like
like
10 minutes
It's still cage fighting, just different.
Yeah, I
Well-
like that looked, and that like they went full force. It was violent. It was awesome.
Can we bring
There-
back duels? I think that'd be pretty cool.
We
Duels.
could. There was a reality show that was on probably about 12, 13 years ago at this point on the History Channel called Full Metal Jousting.
Yes,
That was cool.
yes,
That
I
was-
remember
I
that.
remember that.
That was awesome. They need to bring back some of that shit.
That was fun. Like it only made it for one season of like 8 episodes, but
Yeah,
they brought all these dudes in that did these like Renaissance fairs and like down the road at Excalibur and shit like that. Like, you know, those
Did
types
they ever go
of
to
things.
medieval times?
I think a couple of the people worked at medieval times, and essentially they brought them in and they put them in this. It was kind of like the real life, but for jousters, which I didn't even know like professional jousting was a thing at this time 2012 or whatever it was, because it's not the medieval era anymore. But
It's been
they
hundreds
had
of years, yeah.
they had these people that were there and they were jousters and they lived in this house and they would compete, and they had one dude standing at the very end that was like the king jousting guy of the TV show or whatever. So that only made it to
King
one season.
Jouster?
Yeah, King Jouster. That went by the way of the dodo after 1 year. And shortly thereafter, there was a show called Top Shot, which was like a surreal life, real life type situation, but with, sports competition shooting. That was fun. I like that show. My dad and I would watch that show. But yeah, but that went away too. That only got a few seasons as well. But it's like shit like that I would watch. Like if I don't need the drama behind the scenes.
yeah, no, same.
It's like, hey, we're going to have this competition where these guys are going to, over the course of the next 6 weeks or 8 weeks, we're going to joust and we're going to see who wins and all that good stuff. I would watch that. I would watch a shooting competition if it was, especially the way they filmed it with like essentially bullet time and things like that. That was cool. I liked it.
Yeah,
Well, there's your kabaddi image there, Nick.
Okay, I did.
I probably wouldn't watch the chicks kabaddi because I don't know, women's sports. I've watched it.
I was going to ask you about your taste in the WNBA teams, but
if
I guess
I
Caitlin
watch,
Clark's not for you.
if I don't watch the NBA, I watch even less WNBA. Even though apparently the Las Vegas Aces have won like multiple titles in the last few years, I'm like, I still don't care.
The Cincinnati Cyclones have won multiple titles. They're not in the NHL, so most people don't care either.
I mean, that was the thing. That was the thing that Tennessee was good at was the ladies basketball league.
Yeah, until the coach
Because of-
died.
Yeah, because of Pat Summitt. Yeah, she had dementia or something really bad, and just
Oh, that's sad.
Oh no, she was like world renowned.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole museum dedicated to her.
The Pat Summitt Museum of Modern Art. PSMA.
Yes.
Got it. Good.
It's just
is.
orange. It's just a wall full of orange teas and vagina paintings.
Yeah.
As far as the wall I could see.
I mean, I'm down for vagina paintings. The color orange isn't my favorite, but I can make it work. So
Yeah, when
Let's go.
you guys come down here, we'll go to the museum.
We'll pull a Ferris Bueller. We'll just look at all the fucking.
Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just do that.
Kendo will be like Cameron. One will speak to him, and then we'll be like chilling out later, and he just like falls into a pool, and we're just like, should we save him? And we
That's
just
Kendall,
don't.
probably not.
Let him go. Let him go. Just let him go. Let me go.
Yeah, we need some sort of alternative sport that everybody can watch and get behind. That's what we need.
I think we should just do I don't know, like live round ammunition cage fighting.
So a real shoot match.
Yeah, literally.
No. What we need is like the real death match with prisoners. That's what we need. We need that. We need that.
I was gonna
the
say
cars.
just real Squid Game. I know it's dark, but people would watch that.
Yeah.
Same
People
thing.
would
Yeah,
watch-
yeah. Because
People would watch people die on TV.
it's true. I was watching Death Race last night. I was like, this would be if this came out now, people would pay for it and they would watch it like all the time. They would love it.
They should bring back pay-per-view just for that.
Yeah.
You know, like
Oh no, 100%.
classic only over the cable airwaves pay-per-view.
Yeah, for
Like,
some
we gotta get some of
ultra-violent
those
stuff.
DVRs that Kendo was talking to Sears in like 03. Like, we gotta
It
get
was-
those
05 or 06, but yeah, we're in the ballpark.
Yeah.
in high school.
Yeah, 100. What is it? 100 gigs, or not even 100 gigs? Probably like 10 gigs. Those hard drives were.
My first DirecTV DVR that I got in 2006 or 7-ish, I think was good for about 40 hours of programming.
Jeez.
The last one I had in 2014, or no, not 2014, 2019 was good for about 400 hours of programming or something
Yeah,
like that.
Mom still has a DVR.
I've literally never owned anything with a DVR in it in my life. We had cable, we had satellite, we had all that shit. Just never got a DVR.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
DVR at Camp Kendo was good because I would record the shit I wanted to watch. I would come back out here to the desert, and then when I would go home for the week or the 2 weeks or the week or spring break or whatever it was, I would watch all the shit on the DVR. I'm like, I didn't have time to watch this. Hey, look, for the next 2 days, I get to watch nothing but Spenguli. This is great. And I get caught up on all the shit I missed over the last 7-8 weeks of being in the desert.
There you go. Laser tag with real lasers.
Yeah. I'm looking at I like laser tags with real lasers. I like staged bank heist where they risk it all for the money in the vault.
Dude, yeah,
I like that.
we need some like fun, ridiculous shit. Obviously, minus the drama, but we need some we need some fun stuff. Really, we do.
That's why I like shows like Ninja Warrior or MXC or
Oh,
even like
yeah, dude.
Wipeout.
Oh my
Because they
God.
were so bizarre, but they were also these quick hits of dopamine or like comedy where it's like, hey, the guy runs and he falls. Or this guy's really impressive. And you're like, wow, look at him climb up the fucking scale wall thing and hold himself with his fingers. You're like really impressed.
Yeah, we just need some shit like that.
Yeah, folks, WCBS is going to invent the next great sport. Diverse, was it transgender dinosaur riding?
You mean basketball was taken?
Yeah, they made a movie and everything. Before we go, I wanted to share this. So, folks, we do have the change.org petition, but we also have the updated information of Curtis Lindenfield. So here's his- I shared the picture earlier, that guy with the whale. Let's see if I can share it in the WCBS chat with you guys as a copied image.
That
Maybe you'll
is
just appreciate
funny.
That.
How
That
many
works.
how many petitions? How many signatures do we have?
Well, we're only up to 17, but here's the funny part: the profile. Curtis Lindenfield from East Rutherford, New Jersey. I never expected to find myself face to face with a whale. An avid but socially awkward nature enthusiast, I run a niche blog called Deep Sea Downloads, where I share fun facts about ocean life, despite never having been or seen the ocean. So Curtis
The thing about the signatures is this: we're only up to 17, but change.org goes through a verification process to verify that they weren't bot signatures. So that number could, so if like say we had 100 people that went and filled out and signed it, it might take a while for that number to go up a little bit higher. So
Yeah, because it always stutters a little bit and then goes back up. Yeah. No, I forgot about that.
They added 7 category tags: TV, movies, LGBTQ, transgender rights, LGBTQ rights, entertainment and media, diversity in entertainment and media, pro rights. This will help more people find your petition. What
Perfect.
else should we add to the category tags?
Prehistoric.
I mean, we pretty much have it all. I mean,
We
we've got,
really do.
we hit every bit of the alphabet community.
We did.
We hit the entertainment thing, diversity's on there, transgender. There you go. Yeah. I didn't see any black dinosaurs, did you?
Hold on.
I saw a bunch of white people in the movie.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it.
I just like the dinosaur.
It's so on point. It is so fucking on point.
That says Jurassic
okay.
worked.
So, our diversity dinosaur should be the mascot for. So if we've got Giuseppe the bullshit beaver, which is our official WCBS mascot, the diversity dinosaur should be our official FOOP mascot.
Yes, sorry, diversity dinosaur.
So there we go.
Oh my god!
So if you buy FUPA gear from World Class Bullshitters, some of them might have our diversity dinosaur picture on it.
I could do a book. I should do a children's book called Diversity Dinosaur.
Oh my god! You would probably sell so many, and like you know what? Just when you make that, make the ads all go to like California because I'll all buy that shit.
Yeah,
I should try to sell it to a bunch of public libraries in California.
Dude, they would take it, and Newsom would defend the shit out of you.
Just what you do is make sure you put a picture of yourself, like a really nice professional picture on the back of the book, and then darken the gradient a little bit to make yourself look darker. You know, like
Yes.
with OJ when
Yes.
they arrested like when they arrested OJ and they made his mugshot look darker than what OJ normally looked. Do that same thing, so that way they're like, oh man, you know, and then you'll end up in like all the sections for like African American this and that.
Dude, it would be hilarious.
Yeah.
It would be.
I become a household name with my children's series, Diversity Dinosaur.
Dude, no, I'm not even like this is a joke now, but really do a children's book, Diversity Dinosaur. Make it like 10 pages or whatever the little fucking books are for kids, and just do it. I'm serious. Do it.
If I had
Watch what
Diversity
happens.
Dinosaur out by Christmas, wouldn't you guys shit?
You draw the pictures, I'll write the story.
I'll make the video ads for it.
So, but before we knew it, the bullshitters bought Briarville based on the backs of Diversity Dinosaur and Kindness Kangaroo.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because even in my bio, I could just be like, you know, he, him, his, and they'd be like, yeah, you know, I've always met diversity's meant a lot to me. That's why I've married an Asian woman and we had a child together. And, you know, make the world a wholesome place.
Oh god. Well, I mean, if I have to play along, I will. I'll throw up afterwards, though, but I will.
Dude, you're already brown, so there you go.
Flush it down, Kendo. Flush down that hatred. Flush it away.
Oh god. But in all honesty, like I'm sure if you did make a children's book and you did like once again like push the ads and stuff to there.
Like we always say on the show, our stuff starts out as jokes but becomes a reality.
Yeah,
there are cases
I
of this
know.
book. This isn't just one thing. Stealing Solo was a joke. We'll do Diversity Dinosaur and regret it because it's going to be a huge hit. It will be tethered to this $1 billion property on Netflix. It's like Barney. It's like a cartoon Barney. It's Diversity Dinosaur. Hi kids, I'm here to help you with all the problems of DEI. And then he sits and like talks about, I don't know.
Dude, it would no, and like that's the thing is like Netflix would fucking buy the rights to it and want to do the not cartoon. Like,
I am
that's the
looking
thing.
forward to the day where we get a letter, and Jeff gets the letter, and all of a sudden our inbox blows up in the bullshitters chat because Ibram X Kendi's people have reached out to us and they want anti-racist baby to meet Diversity Dinosaur, and for us
He
to
rides
go,
on Diversity Dinosaur's back.
and we want to go. Look, the answer is no, depending on how many zeros are on your offer.
Oh, 9 zeros after that 6?
Jesus
You got it.
Christ.
All right, we're in.
I was gonna say 8, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We should have
like-
launched Diversity Dinosaur before the pandemic, because right
Well,
after.
we
'Cause
didn't,
with that
you know.
administration, we would have made we could have got some USAID money for Diversity Dinosaur.
That's
we could have sold
true.
it to like Micronesia and made billions.
That's true. That's true. But I feel like that side still wants stuff, and they will 100% if it's made by somebody.
Well,
like,
so here's
that
the
looks
thing.
like
you
me.
know, yeah, it
Oh,
looks like
yes.
you. I'll take it.
There's that. So here's where we could succeed in this. So USAID's been cut off, but we have to remember that even though the very bad, very mean, very nasty, very bad orange man is the president and all that good stuff, he only got 49.5% of the vote. So there's a good 48% out there that will buy this shit up and eat this shit up because it's their own way to fucking strike back against the very bad, very mean, bad, awful bad orange man and his.
I'm going to develop this
cabal.
character as a fake creator. I'm not going to call myself Curtis Lendenfield, but we're going to do the thing. Diversity.
and charge like $50 plus $10 shipping for it, and just market it to California.
No, Diversity Dinosaur will be affordable, but there'll be like a
Don't make it affordable. Make it,
No,
make
hold
it
on.
for those.
I was
make it
gonna
for
have
those-
like a,
No.
I was gonna have like a diversity fee that like they have to pay me for all the suffering I've done. So like, yeah, your book is $15, but then I want an additional $10 just because of my plight, and that and, like everyone's like, oh, we understand. And like when they come to the cons and shit, I'm like, look, I would love to sign your book
Oh my
for free,
God.
but you got to understand the issues that I felt or faced, blah blah blah. And I'm like, it's gonna cost you $100 to
You
sign
gotta-
this book
okay,
because it's gonna help me.
Oh,
Okay, then-
no. I'll do you one better. We do like our own version of surge pricing.
Oh my god!
So
I love
if
this
you're
so
from
much.
a low income or diverse family, you pay this. But if you're from a higher income white family, you pay this. And
dude,
the
you
white
will
people-
have.
the
you-
liberal white people will still pay that because they feel like it's like their own way of atoning for the racism that happened.
And then,
you know, 200 years before they were born.
and then what you do is what you do is like, oh, if you want to give me more money, here's my like coffee, you know, what is it? That coffee website or whatever.
Coffee.
Buy me coffee. Here's my buy me coffee. You give me more money if you feel
Mhm.
guilty. Or you can subscribe to it monthly and give me even more money.
Yeah.
You can sign to the Diversity Dinosaur newsletter.
Yeah.
And it's
you
it's
can just
like a
have
bunch of,
AI.
like,
You
fake-
can just have AI write you
And-
one a week every week.
And what you do is, for this level, you get a personalized special message from Diversity Dinosaur, and we make Dion do it.
I think he might be too aggressive sounding. Like there's a certain scale of acceptability in blackness, and Dion's like right on that cusp of like,
He'll scare the white folks. We don't need that.
yeah,
Well,
I'm just
no,
gonna be the
hang
face
on.
of it. I'm light enough but dark enough at the same time. I got this.
Look, if we give Dion some bourbon and a cigar, that you know, he comes away from that barrier, but he loosens up quite a bit.
Yeah,
And you
Dion
know
needs a
what?
drink to be good.
Yeah, and he comes back down more towards that Wayne Brady category.
Yeah, but well,
Oh
we'll
my
figure
God.
it out.
Diversity
Work in
dinosaur.
progress.
Oh my god.
Here he comes, Diversity Dinosaur. Like I can just see the fucking kids show right now. He's like Theodore Rex, but not as weird looking. You know, should he have high tops?
Yeah. Have high tops.
Okay.
Yes.
Because then you can get that Converse money and then, you know.
Wait, I should just dress Diversity Dinosaur like Steve Buscemi in what is it, Kimmy Schmidt? Hello there, fellow kids. It's just hello there, fellow whatever. I'm Diversity Dinosaur.
Oh my god. Well, and here's the thing. I mean, you could either do the show yourself or put it on YouTube and make all the money.
Yeah.
Let's just put it on YouTube and be like, hey, we created a new Peppa Pig and Bluey. It's Diversity Dinosaur.
Yeah, that's it. Just have somebody animated, do the voices, and just put it on YouTube yourself. And then if people want to buy it or whatever, charge them a fee to make the DVDs or Blu-rays. It's fine, whatever.
We
Just
should make an
think George-
AI creator. Like
Yeah.
we'll make the shit, but we have like a fictional person who's like the picture, the like the author, like you know Alan Smithy. But we just use an AI guy to create it, and so we'll do like videos of this AI
we can't
guy.
call him
talking.
Alan Smithy. That's too white sounding. We got to give him a different name.
Muhammad.
Oh, you don't know what-
Muhammad.
No,
Wait, you don't know what Alan
we
Smithy
can't-
is?
We can't go that. Look, there's a fine line, Nick.
I know,
we can't.
I know.
We can't go too white. We can't go too Farrakhan. We have to somewhere land in that middle.
You can't
know.
How about Pete Jones?
I was thinking Malik Jackson.
Malik Jet. There you go.
No,
That's not
because
bad.
people might mistake us as one of the Jackson family members, and then you know
Okay,
Tito
okay,
and Randy and
Malik-
Alan. Everybody's gonna want some money.
Malik Johnson.
Or Malik White, because that could be
Can we
our own
not
like,
use
inside
Malik?
joke.
Malik is a little too edgy for me. How about like Howard? And then we give him like
No, that's too nice sounding.
Howard Washington. Howard Washington the third.
Rashad White. Wait, no,
There you
that's
go.
That's a running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
We can't use that one.
Okay.
Rashad Jenkins.
Read this. Open the door, get on the floor. It's Diversity Dinosaur.
Oh my god.
That's the fucking song.
Oh, we created a monster. We
That's the
created a
joke of
fucking
the whole
monster.
thing. Diversity Dinosaur is just like stereotypical black guy.
Is there a way we can make dreads out of his like feathers? Because that'd be pretty
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Yes.
He teaches the kids how to like be diverse and everything just completely through hip hop.
We gotta do a book where Diversity Dinosaur gets a white girlfriend and her parents don't like him.
Oh my god. Oh my
But
god.
the twist of the book is it's not that they don't like him because he's Diversity Dinosaur, it's because humans and dinosaurs shouldn't mate. Like that's their whole point. Like we'll just make it really like like scientifically accurate. Like, oh, well, he's a reptile, honey, and you can't have a family with a reptile.
That
I
would be
love him, though.
perfect, especially if we never even address the fact that it's an interracial thing, it's an interspecies thing. We just never even mentioned that. It's like Diversity Dinosaur really likes Luann, and they've been hanging out a lot. Luann wants Diversity Dinosaur to come meet her family, and he goes there, and they don't like him. We could just make it a huge allegory without ever even saying it, and that's the funny thing.
Diversity Dinosaur episode 6. Guess who's coming to dinner? There we go.
Yeah, perfect.
Diversity Dinosaur, navigates college.
Yeah. Diversity Dinosaur in Title IX.
That's got to be episode 9 or issue 9 or book 9.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wait, because then Diversity Dinosaur, we could every Black History Month or every cultural history month, Diversity Dinosaur could just do all this history for people.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
Diversity Dinosaur. Let's talk about Asian Heritage Pacific Month. And it's just like, oh my God, Diversity Dinosaur explains Pride Month. But you break it down so it's digestible for younger people to understand.
Yep.
We're either going to become billionaires or be assassinated by an angry mob of people.
Yes.
I'm willing to go either way.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's a 50-50 thing. It's a crapshoot. We'll see what happens.
Well, they say all diversity dinosaurs are created equal, but you look at Diversity Dinosaur and you look at the other one, and it's just not true.
Oh my God.
Does he have a family? Let's figure this out when we're hanging out in person.
Yeah. Let's. Go ahead and make the children's book. Just go ahead and make the first one.
I'm just gonna start. I'll make it over a weekend. Fuck it. I wrote Diversity Dinosaur and I was taking it done. We're done. All right. Because I want to create the story in a very haphazard way, so that's the narrative. I had inspiration in the shower, so I just wrote it on my phone instantly.
Yeah, whatever, and because I'm sure publishing a children's book is way easier than doing anything else.
Yeah, I have an idea for the first book. I will draw it up myself tomorrow and share it with you guys. And because I'm such a good artist, you're gonna love it.
I guarantee it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I feel like Diversity Dinosaur is going to take us where we need to go.
Oh my God. I remember when Rosa Jurassic Parks sat in front of the bus.
Oh my God.
We eventually will have to do a thing where Diversity Dinosaur does travel time. And he goes back to very important moments in civil rights.
Can Diversity Dinosaur team up with the Terminegro?
That's when we've run out of complete ideas and we really need to go.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was thinking more along the lines of he has a conversation with Rosa Parks about why it was important for her to sit on the back of the bus.
Even though her husband had the car.
Correct. When we get to the point where it's all right, we're out of ideas. Now that's when we introduce the Terminegro verse.
Yeah.
I wanted to start like Batman versus Superman, where they hate each other and then they respect each other because they have the same mission.
Yeah.
And then we learn that diversity. Never mind. We won't talk about Diversity Dinosaur's backstory yet.
Yeah. Don't leave it. Yeah. Don't let it go.
We'll leave it ambiguous. Like Jurassic Rosa Parks.
Jurassic Rosa. Oh my God. Oh jeez.
Folks, we're gonna do it. We did Wokebusters, Stealing Solo, all those jokes are
dude.
reality.
No. You will be able to write Diversity Dinosaur in like a weekend. I swear to God, it won't take that long.
Yeah, I can write Diversity Dinosaur real quick, and if it's just 10 page, it's like a 10 to 20 page children's book.
I think
Diversity Dinosaur could be produced in a month for like maybe $200.
Yeah, it wouldn't take that long because not at all.
Folks, you can help make Diversity Dinosaur a household name next year when we produce the book. If you help us, let's get on the New York Times bestseller list with Diversity Dinosaur.
Yeah, exactly. It'll happen. It'll happen. You just need a little bit of a bump, and that's it.
And the best part is,
and then I'll pump out more.
We should do it under. If you want to do it under the name, let's do it under Rusty Shackelford.
Rusty Shackelford.
Let's really be on the nose about this.
Better than Rusty Cundiff.
Agreed.
I know. Guys, folks out in the chat, we've had a wonderful show tonight, hanging out, talking about Diversity Dinosaur, Gene Hackman, other Nickelodeon stars and stuff like that.
Oh, God,
but it's past midnight, which means it's time to put this baby to bed.
We forgot to talk about the monkey.
Oh shit, the monkey! Nick went and saw the monkey, a movie that I really want to go see. Nick saw it first. Nick, how was the monkey?
You know that thing we always complain about, where it's like we need to watch we need something new, something fresh, something different.
Yeah,
the monkey is that. The monkey is that.
Okay. So tell us about what it is. I'm getting an image up.
Okay, the monkey just came out. I think last weekend. I didn't have time to watch it. Like hours ago. It is when two twin brothers find a mysterious wind-up monkey. A series of outrageous deaths tear their family apart. 25 years later, the monkey begins a new killing spree, forcing the estranged siblings to confront the cursed toy. That's the monkey on screen. Every time it's wound up, it kills somebody random. It doesn't take requests. It doesn't, do anybody nearby. It'll just do anybody random. And the way it kills people is in the most like Goldberg machine-esque way. And it's so elaborate and it's so crazy that like it, you don't know what to do. But it's so funny. It's almost Final Destination, like, but in a funny way. And there's a lot of comedy in this just because of like the deaths are really outrageous and gory, but not in like the Terrifier way, but just in a funny way. The things that happened with the twin brothers and how they become apart and one becomes like ridiculously obsessed with it is really funny as well. Elijah Wood's in it for a minute and he plays like this like all-knowing alpha male, even though he's like 5'5". But he writes all these books about it and everything that, and he's just this overbearing dude. He's only in it for a second, but he does a really good job. It's so much fun. I really did like this. I highly recommend you go watch it. If you want something that is in the horror genre that is funny, go check it out. I mean, there are some horrifying, moments in it, but go watch it. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. This is one I'm definitely going to buy.
We saw the trailer for this during Companion, and I looked over to Dan. I was like, "Oh, we have to see this movie." I just didn't realize it was out this weekend or last.
Yeah. And like
busy.
because like Companion was that too. Companion was that thing as well, where it's like this is something we've complained about, and we got it in Companion. The monkey is the same thing. It's like we've complained about different ideas and stuff like that. As we got, and like I know this is a Stephen King short story, and it's been produced by It's been produced by James Wan. And I think directed by Osgood Perkins, I think is what it's is what's happening. So James Wan is involved, it's a great movie.
James Wan is good.
Yeah. Everything he's done has been pretty good. I think almost everything he's done.
Aquaman 2?
Yeah. I think he did both Aquaman films, yeah.
No, I meant like Aquaman like number 2. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't love it as much.
Yeah. That may have been his worst one. But no, like I don't know. It is definitely a horror comedy. The first interaction you see of the monkey in the beginning of the movie is quite funny. I know it involves what's his name? Crap. Adam Scott.
Ooh.
He's covered in blood and takes the monkey to a pawn shop and he's like, "Hey, whatever you do, like don't twist it or this, that, and the other." It's kind of covered in blood as well. And he's talking to like the Indian shop owner. And he's like, "Don't touch it. Just like put it away. I need to give it back to you. I don't want it anymore." And it's like, it's cursed. I just don't want it. And, he's talking to the guy and then something happens and everything kind of goes to shit.
It reminds me of like Dark Gremlins in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, it's just had a lot of fun watching it. If you need something to watch this weekend, go watch The Monkey. Go watch Companion. Companion's still out too.
That was a great one.
Yeah, no, that is a really good one. But those are two movies that I can tell you to go watch. I'm going to try to go watch some more this weekend, but these two have been good. Yeah. I think this one surpassed Captain America in the box office.
I love how all the people on the internet want to go, Captain America made its budget back, guys. It's a big win. You're all stupid. It's like, no, you guys are kind of stupid because Hollywood budgeting doesn't work that way, but that's okay.
Yeah, because of streaming, it's weird now. Or weirder.
Fuck you, streaming.
Yeah. But,
so I wind it up after midnight. You got a guy like your recommendation, Nick.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Because like I was like I had like an hour to decide if I wanted to watch it. And then I messaged these guys, and Jeff was like, "Yeah, go watch it. We'll talk about it for a minute." And so.
I'm glad you did, because I'm gonna go see it with the guys soon, and I'm gonna text you. I'll make sure I go see it before next week's convention.
Yeah,
and we'll
yeah.
bullshit about it. Maybe we'll even film a little discussion just for like Twitter or something.
No, definitely, and I'm down for that. I'm down for that for sure. But yeah, it's really fun. I also recommend Heart Eyes as a nice.
I want to see that.
Yeah, comedic kind of horror movie, which we're getting a lot more creative horror movies this year, which makes me very happy. We're getting a lot of fun stuff, so it's going to be.
Doesn't it make you want to make some more stuff, Nick? Like when you see these good pieces of art, you're like, you know what? I can do this shit. Let's go.
Yeah, it does motivate me a little bit, because I'm not seeing like Halloween 23 and like Jason 45 and like the remake of Freddy Krueger, but as a transgender janitor or whatever, like bullshit like that. Like
wait, transgender janitor Freddy Krueger? That sounds like an action figure waiting to happen.
Somebody's gonna make it and put on Etsy. But yeah, it's good to see things like this that are like just a good fun ride, so
we all love a good fun ride. Nick, what was her name? Was it Ashley? Was it Stacy?
It was something with Lynn at the end of it.
Oh, Sherilyn, got it. Was it Sherilyn Fenn? She's an actress.
Could have been.
Yeah, she was in Twin Peaks. I don't know if she's still alive.
God.
But I don't know. Yeah. But so, folks, you got a recommendation. You got all sorts of stuff tonight. Now, Nick, I want to see more creative horror movies, just because I know this sounds really mean, but I think the better and more creative horror movies we get that make money, the horror hound audience will finally like smarten up, and they'll still want their VHS grindhouse shitty slasher stuff and wear their fucking vests with all the patches on it and shit. But if you get like a bunch of really good, smart, like higher end horror movies that hit well, then hopefully your horror cons will be a little more populated by a few more, I don't know, different groups of people. Because right now they suck.
They do. I was at Days of the Dead this last weekend, and it was it was nice to drink with my friends and kind of fuck around and made a little bit of money. It's okay, but like it was abysmal. I know Art the Clown had a line around the entire room for like 3 hours. And I'm not knocking him, because it was an independent movie that made money that was unrated in the theaters. Like, that's a feat. It's good. It's great. But like, I watch all three of those movies, and it's just like him hacking away at people for 20 minutes is like, okay, like what's the story? There has to be something more to this. It's just gory. It's just gory to be gory, It's that kind of thing. And and like this production company, or the production company that did that, has gotten the remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night, which I don't know how much more extreme you can go with that movie, honestly.
You know what they're going to do is, if they do remake it fully, they're going to throw a Garbage Day nod in there. They are. Yeah,
they're going to mix in the other movies and like fuck it up or something, I'm sure.
Did I tell you I bought a sweater that looks just like the Garbage Day sweater because it looks just like the Garbage Day sweater?
That's awesome.
And it's just slightly different shade of blue, but I'm going to wear it to the... If we ever meet Eric Freeman, I'm going to dress up like him and go, Garbage Day! And just see if he looks at me funny.
Today was Garbage Day here.
Every day is Garbage Day around here. You just know you have to know who to ask. Let me take this off screen. I'm not going to read it for you folks right now, but I did feed My Immortals opening into G.M.P.C, and I had it rewrite it in the style of John Grisham. So it's so weird, because it says like, her long ebony hair, streaked with purple and red, clung to her shoulders in the damp air. Her blue eyes, sharp and wavering, caught the flickering torchlight of the castle entrance. It's like, oh, okay, this is real writing. Got it.
Oh my god, have it rewrite it in the style of Stephen King. It'll be 2,000 pages long.
Hold on, I'm just gonna ask how it starts.
I feel like a lot of the stuff at Hogwarts would become extremely graphic, and in between the students at Hogwarts, if it's Stephen King, and I'm not interested in reading that.
Well, it sounds great, because it goes, it was one of those gray belly up days where the sky looked like a rotting fish carcass, fat and snow and cold rain. The kind of day that made most people huddle inside by the fire, but not Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way. She liked the dark. She walked across the Hogwarts courtyard, her boots hitting the stone with a solid clack, clack.
Yep. That's Stephen King. That's Stephen King.
Yeah. No, if we read it, we got to do it all natural in the style of the original author.
No. That's fine. I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
I think what we should do is we should take the story, have it rewritten by AI and a bunch of different artist style, a writer style, print that book and sell it for $5.
100% agree with you. Because
nobody knows who wrote My Immortal, but if
Exactly.
somebody sues us, it's that motherfucker. So what you gonna do?
Exactly.
We could always do. I don't know. We could always do the Audible thing and make an Audible.
Let's do
book
all
out
of it. Let's steal it and let's see who comes after us. And then we got to go to court. Let's fucking go to court over My Immortal.
God.
See, that thing is, we can make it, and it could be the My Immortal, but in the style of this. And then that could be just like one book, 50 pages maybe, and then another book in the style of whatever. And we could just keep going and going and going and going. And like you said, eventually somebody will be forced to sue us, and that's how we'll find out who really actually wrote the thing, because only then would they want to put their name to it if they think they're going to get a penny.
Yeah.
But we stole all 4 pennies that you'll make from this book, lady. So threw that shit before I came in the room.
Just be like, you guys made countless amounts of money off of this. Be like, we've literally made like $20. Are you really after $20?
I have a feeling that if we did it right, we could actually probably make about 6 figures off of My Immortal if it was marketed the right way as a
Let's
joke.
do it.
Oh no, you can, because like there's a large market for literary smut right now.
Yeah.
We already have the brand name World Class Bullshitters. It falls under our umbrella. If you go buy a book like My Immortal written in the style of Geoffrey Chaucer, oh, it's by World Class. Well, that makes sense.
I am willing to sacrifice countless hours of my own time to record the Audible versions of these books. And even if it's in Chaucer, to try to do it in an old-timey sounding accent. It'll be great. So, folks, that's the perk you could get for buying the Audible version, is just me attempting to try to put it in different voices and things like that. And that it just increases the entertainment value.
Oh my God, it actually wrote it. What was the code and bluster? Wow, okay, I'm going to stop there because it's actually just writing the whole thing out. Wait, it's even using Old English?
Is it really? Holy
Yes!
shit. Holy shit.
Dude, does Chaucer doesn't write in iambic pentameter. That's Shakespeare, right?
I think so.
'Cause it
Chaucer was
says,
like
as-
1300s.
As writ upon this parchment ye pennied old. Thus goth her tale of Gothic fair and bold.
Jeff, that's from like way too long ago. I don't even understand what you're saying anymore.
we're back to that bullshit. We're back to that bullshit.
1995. Like I tried to watch Back to the Future the other day. It made no sense.
Yeah,
Like,
I
just
didn't
was
understand.
Like, what's
The
a car?
language has just changed so much in the last few years. I have no idea. I might not even know it. Folks, remember earlier we talked about going back and watching episodes? I wouldn't. Don't go back to episode 117. That was like 7 years ago. You might not even understand what we were saying back then. Shit, our language has just changed so much. And we just keep punching down on Dion, who's not even here to defend himself.
When you say something as asinine as that, you definitely deserve all the licks you have to take.
No, you really do. You really do. Because
It's
even when he
not
said
so
it, I was
much.
just-
It's not so much that he said it like that, but he defended his position to the hilt.
He always does. Dude, that's why after Terminegro is established, we have to do one just to troll Dion. It'll be the February issue where Terminegro goes back enough years where he just doesn't understand English anymore. But then it's like a
It's
twist
like
ending.
It's like
It's really just like
1994.
1966. Yeah, 94. He goes to try to see Pulp Fiction in theaters. He's like, it doesn't make any sense to him. He only understands what Samuel J. Never mind. I had an idea about it. Never mind. I'll say that all day.
write it down right now.
There you
Write
go.
it down.
Yes, I know exactly where you're going with that. And
Yeah!
he can only understand a
Yep.
certain type of dialect no matter what year it is.
Oh my God.
Do you speak jive? And then Barbara Billingsley rolls
Oh
up. I
my-
speak jive. What it is, bro? And then you're just like,
Oh
oh,
my
okay.
God.
It's that kind of story.
I fucking love Airplane so goddamn much.
Yeah, I love comedy. I'm glad we're at least making ourselves laugh. So, folks, if you want to laugh, be on the lookout for your copy of Woke Busters. It will make you laugh. I contacted the letterer because I'm working on Stealing Solo 2, and he's like, yeah, I'd love to work on your next book. He thought it was the sequel to Woke Busters, so that was a nice thing. Our friend M-Poss, speaking of nice things, with a super generous super chat. M-Poss, thank you very much. Hey, Jeff, what are your thoughts on Alan Moore trashing Stan Lee regarding Steve Ditko and Jack Kirby's involvement in the creation of many Marvel superheroes? I love talking about this shit. In Alan's words, they had their work stolen from them. All right, so folks, if you ever want to get me talking about shit passionately, ask me questions like this because I have opinions about this all day long. So I've seen the video you're talking about, M-Pause, of Alan Moore. He's up on a stage in front of a pulpit talking. I am one of those people that have listened to everybody's take on these situations, and I've done a ton of research myself. I don't just listen in to one guy and go, that's the story. I go and I may listen to Alan Moore and somebody else and then read books. The only people that I don't pay as much attention to are these rabid anti-Stan Lee people. And I know it's crazy to say, but they're like older guys. I'm in these Facebook groups. I get into arguments with them all the time. Like one guy is so dedicated to Steve Ditko, he took offense because they called it a John Romita designed balloon when it's literally based off a drawing that someone else fucking did. That's how you interact with these people and kind of pull it back. But to answer what you said directly, I do think that Ditko and Jack Kirby didn't need much Stan Lee. I'm a big Spider-Man fan. If you go back and you read the book, like Ditko's not my favorite Spider-Man artist, but his era is my favorite book to read because he wrote it, not Stan Lee. Stan Lee put in the dialogue and the quips and the stuff like that, but those stories that Spider-Man, that first era, is that dude. And why I know that is because when the next artist takes over and Stan Lee writes the books, actually, it's like a soap opera drama. It's a completely different book. There are certain eras, like people talk about manga has these endings where, the manga ends at, chapter 29. Spider-Man has these eras where it ends like certain styles, let's call it eras. And so Ditko's era is so defined. But then once Stan Lee steps in, it's like, hey, let me give you a comparison. It used to be Spider-Man has a 5-ton piece of equipment on his shoulders and he's struggling to escape as he looks through his family for strength and then lifts up the machinery and escapes and gets the medicine to Aunt May, and it's awesome and you're like, holy shit, what a story. Stan Lee, the shit he wrote was like, Aunt May and Aunt Anna go to the Coffee Bean and they talk about fucking Flash Thompson going off to Vietnam and what a cool cat he is and what a pussy willow she is. It's fucking garbage. And it's like Stan Lee, though, his cousin Martin Goodman owned Marvel. And Nick, that's the guy that Jim Steranko kept calling Mr. Goodman the whole time when he told us all those stories.
All right, yeah.
That's what's going on. But the Ditko stuff is clearly the Ditko stuff. And I understand why Ditko is pissed off and left Marvel. It's, Stan Lee likes to tell you the story, he didn't like who the Green Goblin was going to be. Do you really believe that fucking story? I don't. And I'm sorry to cuss, but it's after midnight, so who cares? But Stan Lee, and I love and respect the dude's work and his contributions, and hey there, true believers, and like, you got to understand Stan Lee is very integral as anybody else for these characters succeeding, but not on the comic book page the way you think. The bullpen, the newsletters, the way Stan Lee's soapbox was read, all the shit, face front, Excelsior, all of those things made the Marvel brand. If I'll give Stan Lee credit, he is credited for building the brand that these comic books were a part of. That's his legacy. But Jack Kirby, on the other hand, Jack Kirby drew most of the Marvel line. If people don't know this, you're like, who's Jack Kirby? See, folks, you talk about like comic book companies today, and they got 100 writers, 100 editors, 100 artists, 100 production people. Back in the day, Marvel was a handful of people in the early days. And Jack Kirby, he was he was drawing books left and right. This is the same guy that did Captain America, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Iron Man, all at once. Like you could, in the 60s, you might pick up a Marvel book every 3 months, and they're all drawn by Jack Kirby. And Jack Kirby is... The Fantastic Four is his story more than Stan Lee. Stan Lee adds the gags and the bits and makes it fun, but those characters are all Jack Kirby. All that stuff is Jack Kirby. That's why when I talk about comic creation, I kind of throw certain writers under the bus, because all they're doing is inheriting a legacy that artists actually started, and they get all this fucking credit and all this money and all these accolades, and these guys are working for pennies. The artists do all the hard work, all the heavy lifting. These people today, the Gail Simones, the Mark Wades, the ones you all hate, they literally write, Thor sits in a coffee shop. He looks over pensively at Jane Foster, who finishes her latte. That's a fucking page of a comic book. Some dude has to spend 8 hours of his life drawing those chucklefucks words. Comic books are not for those people to create. And Stan Lee is not in that category. But overall, it's an artist medium. The writers need to step out because we don't need you. Go to read your manga from Japan. That's where the manga cause are, where you have writer-artist combo. You want to support that stuff because you get better stories that way. That's the Marvel stuff. As the cartoonist kayfabe guys call them, the jobber writer or the jobber artists, those guys were just drawing the books, and you had these other writers. But these great ones that Stan Lee takes all the credit for, they wrote their stories. Maybe they didn't get the credit, but one last thing I'll add. Go back and look at the original artwork. What is on the original artwork? Every damn page has either Steve Ditko or Jack Kirby saying this is what's happening in the book. If Stan Lee wrote those books, why does he need notes in the margins? This is happening, this is happening, this is happening. Answer me that. Riddle me that, Batman. So, yeah, not only do I, even though I don't like Alan Moore, even though I stand with him on this statement, he's not a favorite of mine, but those two guys did way more than Stan Lee did, and they never really got their just due. So that's really that's how I have to feel about it. Yes, M-Pause, you did a great job. You did a great job. And yeah, Jettison guy, they're still cashing on these dudes' legacy. Nobody today is buying half of these Marvel books based on these new people. But if you go out into the store, it's like, hey, I got this. Well, I had it, but I washed it. Like my Spider-Man mug with John Romita artwork, or all this like classic Marvel stuff. Those dudes aren't getting paid. Marvel used to screw people over. When you got your paycheck, you had to sign for your paycheck, and on the back was a mini contract that said, I give everything to Marvel. That's paraphrasing, but that's how they did their business. That's why independent stuff's important. And they were even trying to hose the guys in the 90s, like Image Comics founded. Why was it founded? Were these guys hungry creatively? No, Marvel wasn't paying their guys. You'd draw a comic book that would break records, sell 8 million books. You'd be the Jim Lee. He holds the record. Yeah, they wouldn't give them free merchandise or t-shirts. They weren't treating them right. So they got together, they unionized, they created their own business, and it's still in existence today. So that has been Jeff's comic book rant because, well, I may make them and draw them and sell them to you guys and, bring you these stories, but in my free time, I'm reading more about them, how they're made. Hell, my Christmas gift is the most boring Christmas gift on the planet to you, but exciting to me. It's literally a book called the DC Style Guide. And what is it? It is just marketing images and promotional shit that they would send to licensors. I feel like this. If I'm going to sell you a comic book and I'm going to tell you it's quality and world class, I got to know every aspect of what comics entail. And, well, that's what I do in all my time. So that is exactly my take on it. Thank you, M-Pause, for your generous super chat. And thank you for letting me talk about something like that. That was fun for me. I didn't even realize you guys were still here. I'm sorry. But let's get going, folks. It's almost a 4-hour show. It's 12:30 here. Kendo's got to get up for work. I got to get up early. And, we have all kinds of stuff to take care of. But thank you, folks, for coming. Thanks for hanging out with us. And make sure you join us next time. It's Sunday for the Oscar Lampoon party, where we'll be drinking and having fun, maybe even a couple California shots. And we will have a party extraordinaire where we make fun of Hollywood. Do not mistake this show for let's praise Hollywood's biggest night. No, our drinking rules include stuff like take a drink every time they mention the fires, or, well, we won't tell you all the rules. Well, should we tell them at least one more, Kendo?
Yeah, do one more.
All right, guys, you have to drink your full beer anytime Donald Trump is referenced. You have to take 2 drinks anytime they mention anything political. Anytime they talk about diversity, you drink. If they mention Russia or Putin, that's 2 full beers. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff coming to you this Sunday. So, folks, you can make it crazy. Aquarium Jeff, maybe I'll get drunk and destroy a Sherrycopter. You never know what's going to happen. But it's time to get going, folks. Kendo, Nick, is there anything else you guys want to say?
That's it.
Free Yayo.
Right. Thank you, Dion. So, folks, thank you for watching. We'll be back next time with more. But in the meantime, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Dylan.